not ready, but we're doing it anyway. Hi, everybody.
I got my emotional support, Dr. Pepper.
That
The
sounds pretty
doctor's
much
here
like
for you.
par for the channel right there.
He's very much a professional. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to DMD RPG. I'm your DM Duchess, JenOfThieves, and I still don't have a catchphrase after 2.5 months.
I thought your catchphrase was "Mommy loves you."
No, it just didn't feel right. I'll think of one. Tonight I am joined by Ashley the Everything playing Rebecca, Mitch playing Brayden, Chef playing Rook, Chi playing Mara, and the Lushog playing Melissa.
I just realized how blue my shirt looked. It's not blue, it's gray.
Oh.
It does look blue.
It does.
That's very blue.
Like navy.
Very blue.
I know.
Yeah.
Like mine is blue.
But like your skin's not like blue, so I don't know what trickery is happening there.
The Smurfs have got him.
As we've established, I'm a witch.
Anyway, tonight we are playing The Midnight World, Snare Island. This is probably the finale. As I discussed with Chef earlier, my sense of time is poor at best.
It makes everything more interesting.
Coming up after this, later in the month, we will have our premiere of Old Gods of Appalachia, Candle, Book, and Bell. Run by me. I think our
Yay!
Demon finale will be played this weekend. And then DM Daddy will be back with the Everyday Heroes, Resident Evil, Survival, or Nothing Goes Wrong kind of game. We're just all happy and have fun.
If I remember correctly, he said it was set in the time zone area of 2 and 3.
Yes. I believe that is
Nothing
correct.
goes-
Something about nuking the place.
Yeah, something about that.
And Daggerheart has a couple more games left. That is on Twitch on Fridays, YouTube on Wednesdays. And after that, I don't know. There will be a vote soon. So, if you're behind on this or any other game, or you just want to find some background noise for when you have to do chores, we have all kinds of games loaded and ready for your viewing pleasure or listening pleasure. Or listen, I don't judge. Whatever kind of pleasure you gain from this, YouTube. That's where you can find all the games on. Discord link below. You can hang out with us, talk about games, talk about life, playing games, vote for games. And if you have some spare cash and really want to spend it, we have a Patreon.
I guess I should do.
What?
So I said, I guess I should do these.
No, it's just us in chat right now. It's okay.
You never know who's lurking.
The weirdos.
My stalkers.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
I know
Not
this
my
everything
stalkers.
bagel who was in there one time.
He's just
I'll
standing
know
there.
I'm really someone when I finally have a stalker. Speaking of stalkers, what happened last week, guys?
I can tell you what happened last week.
No,
Jen
nobody-
didn't let me execute my fucking plan. She didn't let me kidnap people.
You just had to like spoiler plan out loud first for everyone to hear. That's on you, okay?
No.
Go ahead. What happened last week, Ashley?
Sorry, I just saw a tick crawling on my wall.
A tick.
A tick.
Murder
Fuck
it.
you guys.
Kill it with
It's-
fire.
But it's up by the ceiling. I can't reach it. I'll deal with it when it comes down. Anyway, last week what happened was I was separated from everyone after falling into the cenote. One lovely 20 pulled me out. This was all happened off camera, by the way. For those wondering why it's not in last week's video. I then started wandering in the direction of everyone else when Melissa came and found me and took me to the rest of everyone else, where I then spilled the beans on some information. Oh yeah, and everyone else got sick because Jen doesn't want me to have fun and kidnap people and convert them.
I'm just saying, you get rewarded for being sneaky. Hey, Mitch, what happened last week?
Rook and Brayden and Mara had some freaky dreams where the entities on this island took the form of our loved ones and tried to trick us into making another deal with them to serve them.
Ew, no, there's a bot. Kick it. Ban it.
And Brayden saw through the illusion. He's not sure if Rook did, and Brayden's really pissed off about it and wants to destroy both the green and the black. It doesn't look like he's going to have the chance to do that, though.
We'll see. Chef, what happened?
I had a nightmare.
Mhm.
Somebody traumatized me in my nightmare, and the idea of a spider venom pie is now something that's been put in my head thanks to you. Let's see, we woke up, had a long and involved conversation about why humans achieving godhood is probably and then got to listen back and forth and back and forth and back and forth about what all we could or should do. Did my internet just freeze?
Sure did.
For a moment there, I didn't know if it was just me or...
I was gonna say.
I was wondering if it was me or...
Chief, what happened last week?
Give me 1 sec.
No.
Rebecca was telling us things, and Rebecca's words hurt. And they seemed to hurt enough that, got hurt, and at least 3 of us passed out, and, like, at the end of the game, yeah.
Yeah.
I was pain to my friends.
Lou, what happened last week?
Yeah, migraines brought on by evil blackness that's just really pissed off because it's not doing what it wants to do, what it wants us to do, so it's, punching us. Melissa basically flipped it the bird and said, no, I'm gonna go with Rebecca and, might screw me over in the end, who knows? It'll be fun. But yeah, last thing I know is Brayden, Rook, and Mara were unconscious with another vision of Serve.
Just
I think that's pretty much it.
flashback. And that's where we'll pick up. As the darkness clears from your heads, Brayden, Rook, Mara, you come to crumpled on the ground, head throbbing. Maybe a little bit more information than you had before. The memories are crystal clear now. You have already made a deal.
Have I mentioned
So we
how much I
already
hate this
died.
island?
What was that?
Yeah, I saw my own death.
Yeah.
Apparently I get decapitated. So am I to understand that this is hell? Or some sort of interdimensional plane? Or was the thought of us dying the lie to make us think that, so now we would simply do as we're told like good little sheep?
I'm pretty sure it's some sort of interdimensional plane type prison thing.
But are we dead or not? Do we
More
die if
than
we leave
likely.
the island?
I think we did.
If there's
But
something
none of
that
us
could
wanted
rip our...
to.
I don't think being dead is supposed to hurt this much. Am I wrong
Dead
on
or
that?
alive, we're still here. Really, that's all that matters.
Well, yeah, but if we somehow find a way to leave this island, do we just all go poof? Like, walking through the portal in Stardust? Or do we go back to our lives? Or do we go back and feel our own deaths again? Many questions.
Many questions I do not have answers to, unfortunately.
Oh, come on, great all-seeing green person.
Ah. Look at that.
Why don't you, I don't know,
Downside of
pray to
living
the
in the
green
South.
and pray to the green for answers.
Or I could. And Jen, I'm gonna go ahead and use my instantaneous arrival and go back to the village.
Okay.
Just so you know, Jen, I am doing it twice. I'm gonna go back to the village, grab 20, and then come back with her.
Okay.
just,
Well,
just
we'll
so you
start with the
know.
first one. We'll start with the first one.
Okay.
All of a sudden, what does this look like when you do?
So you've all seen when Mara does her touch of death, or her touch of eternity. Not touch of death. That's a different game.
Touch of death.
Her touch of eternity. How it's a giant purple clock that appears behind her. Mine's kind of, but hers is broken. Mine is similar to that. It's a giant green clock, but it's still ticking.
Okay.
Okay.
And all of a sudden, Rebecca's not there anymore.
You just poofed.
Uh huh.
Okay. So am I the only person who gets the feeling that Rebecca really, really wants us to do something? Like, I think Rebecca's trying to get us recruited onto the Greens side. Is that just me?
I feel like you're right in that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So clearly Rebecca's chosen a side. I mean,
Yeah.
so who are we trying to, basically throw the key away from us and find a way to skedaddle? Are we trying to destroy them? Are we trying to destroy the door? Are we trying to break the door? There were a lot of theories that we never really got a chance to figure out before our last little nap.
I just want to try to go home.
Same here.
Okay.
Seems whatever gets us off this island should be the right course of action.
Okay, so we've got 4 votes for GTFO, and does that mean we're gonna have to subdue Rebecca potentially?
I think it
Well,
might.
if the green gets us off the island, I don't see why I can't be nice to them for now.
If the Green could get something off this island, don't you think they would have find a way to get the black off the island by now, instead of trapping it here? The Green doesn't strike me as a prisoner. The Green strikes me as a warden. This island is a
said
trap.
they don't want the corruption to spread. And when I
Meaning?
offered to take the black off the island with me, they weren't happy about that either.
This sounds like somebody who needs to contain this. Green sounds like a prison guard. Black sounds like a prisoner trying to reach out to anybody to try to get them additional resources of some sort. So we may have to neutralize Rebecca if it comes to it, but seeing as how the Green has already said that they wouldn't let us leave without purifying us, I question whether or not they'd let us leave even then.
Just fact checking with your eidetic memory. The Green never said you could leave.
Well, okay. In that case, rewind. They wouldn't do anything with or for us until we've been purified. Is that factually correct?
Yes.
Okay. A distinct difference, but a subtle one.
Someone may have caught up on or watched all the videos just in preparation for this week while at work.
If it comes to it, I think I can at least slow Rebecca down. Now that we know her poofing trick.
Should
We'd
we
have
try
to
to?
fight Rebecca. That seems a little extreme.
I'm saying if.
Should we try to move from this spot so that she can possibly not find us quite as easily? Or do you think she can find us wherever we are?
I have no idea. My question would be if she can find... I mean, wherever she went somewhere to do something or get someone. Or was taken against her will.
That said,
I wouldn't put that...
back in the village. Rebecca, when you touch ground again, for a second you're on fire. You landed in the fire. Yeah, you don't quite have the hang of this transportation thing.
Ow, fuck,
Take
fuck, fuck.
2 damage. Thanks.
Is that
Thanks.
2?
Yeah, thanks, Dizzle.
Okay.
You like
Oh.
stumble off the logs, patting yourself out. Everybody like looks up from around the fire when you just appear there.
He's got the black on her! Get her!
No, the fire hurts her.
Gonna have to learn how to do that one a little better. Or work on landing locations. Oh. Anyone seen 20?
One of the dubious people at the fire sort of points over to a set of benches. There's actually a guy over there. They seem to be pointing to a guy.
Previous 20. So 19 now?
Oh, okay. Turn and point to 20. Now 19.
Alright, I'm gonna go over to her. Hey, I need you to come with me real quick. I found the others. They have more questions than I have answers for.
Okay. What am I supposed to do when they get there?
Talk to them. Ask or answer questions as best you can. Maybe?
Questions about what?
No. They are trying to figure out fuck, I don't remember what questions Chef asked. Chef, what questions did you ask me again?
It's fine. You can roll with it. You don't remember.
Yeah. I don't remember exactly. I think they're trying to. Oh, what questions did Rook ask? If they're, I think it was
23,
if
it's
we're
fine.
all
I'll go with
alive
you.
or
It's
dead. Okay, and I'll hold out a hand for her.
She holds up a finger, passes her whole child over
Yeah.
to whoever is to her left. And then extends her
We'll say,
hand.
like, as soon as she touches my hand, I instantaneous arrival is back. Trying as best I can to land in the middle of the group.
You land a little off center. Not quite. Not quite. But at least it's not in a fire or off a cliff.
Oh, at least it's not a fire this time.
19 kind of like stumbles and grabs onto your shoulder like she's just a little woozy for the sudden travel.
You're back, and you brought a friend with you.
Yeah,
Knife out. Knife out, not pointed, but just drawn.
Wait, Rook, wait.
I wasn't aware this was going to be a hostile meeting.
It's more of a surprise. I didn't know she could do that, much less bring other people back. You'll forgive me for being somewhat off guard.
You can do plenty of things you couldn't do before, right?
Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
I'm more surprised by the form it took, not the fact of it.
I mean, it's kind of useful, though.
I never questioned it being useful.
Speaking of questions, I heard you had some.
Puts knife away.
I couldn't exactly remember all the questions you guys asked. Sorry.
23 did remember you had questions, which I guess is...
23.
Ew.
Yes.
No, just call me Rebecca.
23.
Just no. That's news to me too.
Hopefully you found yourself a new family, it looks like. Anyhow,
She did.
is there a way off this island?
Sure.
That includes staying alive.
Most likely.
Would you be so kind as to elaborate?
Rebecca. What did you tell them?
I told them about the black, about the green, how I fell into the cenote. I didn't tell them how you pulled me out of the cenote, but yeah, she pulled me out of the cenote. The black is bad, and a prisoner. The cubes are keys. I think that sums it all up. Oh, and the black's name. That way they had a little more information to go on. Does that sound right, Rook?
Something like that.
Well, the bad news, I guess, is that there isn't really a way to leave and be free. You died, and your life from that point on has been a gift from a very powerful, very chaotic, very destructive being who is trapped here. You want to get out? You want to go home? You do what it says. And we will do everything we can to stop you.
Are you also dead? Or are you native of this plane?
No, I'm not dead. None of us really died. We just go back to the island.
So then is Rebecca dead?
That part I can answer. Yes, I'm pretty sure I died in the crash.
So how
Not anymore. But she cannot leave.
I didn't have much to go back to anyway.
There's gotta be a way to break the chains to get our freedom back.
I've already answered that question.
Now I
Live as
get why it's
prisoners or live as slaves.
I get now why it's called Snare Island. The only way out of a snare for most creatures is to chew your own leg off. Or stay and die. Clever. So when your one goes to service, did I say that right?
Yes.
What happens to them?
I don't know.
Do you believe that they are reborn at the end of the reborn again as 36?
Maybe. There is always one. There's always two. There is always three. There is always 36.
But now you have a 37 with Rebecca being 23. That's a jump in ranks, Rebecca.
Considering the number we probably killed, I sincerely doubt it.
There is not 37. There is 36.
Always 36.
And Rebecca's
Why
one of them.
Why 36?
There just is. Do you have to know the answer to every question?
Yes.
That must be a very difficult life.
It has its challenges.
So
Yeah, the modern world is kind of fucking weird.
if Rebecca is 23, does that mean one is no more?
We still have one.
The
The previous one.
Oh. I suppose.
Yeah, I
What
found
do
out
you-
numbers shifted when I went back.
Yeah, we knew that. She told us that.
Yeah, no, she's not 20 anymore. She's 19. So I don't know. So I guess some number shifting happened.
Well, we fought a bunch of people.
So
19.
this is true.
Are these cubes the keys that would free the black?
Yes.
What if we destroyed the keys? Do they have to be kept?
You cannot destroy the keys.
Could we throw them
Why-
in the ocean?
They are as eternal as the force they hold.
This doesn't track. These keys are as eternal as the force they hold. However, we found a key in a ship that had run aground
Yes.
using Arabic symbols, and in the past what appeared to be 100-something years, seeing as it was an entirely metal hull. So, does the Black have a way of reaching and pulling things from other parts of space and time to bring its keys here? Or is that just a handy-dandy storage device?
You are not the first group of foreigners to feel pulled here.
Were
Could
you a
we-
foreigner at one point?
Maybe make a new door?
I don't think
a
so.
new set of keys that take us home? I mean, if one door can be made and one set of keys can be made, why can't another? Have you tried?
Why would they
we wanna
want
leave?
to? If you
Well,
run
this
the risk of
place
making
is
another
lovely
door.
and all, but there's a whole world.
If you
There's
make
so
another door,
much.
another thing to guard.
Well, that's why we have another set of keys. Then if the Black gets out, we can at least seal them on the island with the other door. See, like a double gate system on a dog park.
19. May. We have seen on a map that there was a door. I have a feeling that that door is not the same place that the Black is imprisoned. At least the lock of that door is. Are you aware of where the location of either of these are?
I know where the door to the prison is. I don't know of another door.
Where is it? Roughly in the center of the island, or far to the south?
It's south.
So what's at the middle of the island?
The door that was on the map.
South of here. I don't know if they're the same place.
Is there a way to talk to the green directly? Because we've
You-
certainly been having conversations with the black, or at least instructions from the black.
There is, but you cannot.
Because we're tainted?
Yes.
And in doing so, would potentially infect the green with whatever we have.
No. In doing so, you can never leave. And you want to leave.
So we could never leave. We can't leave here alive as it stands. Can we die?
I mean, clearly not. I shot Braden with plasma and he didn't die.
Yeah, but
Or if we go back, will we go back to our normal lives?
I don't know what deal you made.
neither do we.
Yeah.
They forced us into a deal. It was more of a trick. And they said we had to finish the job.
Something about serving and being saved?
Who do we trust? The black, the green, both, neither?
Me?
23, don't you even start with me.
Hey, hey, I still have a name, thank you.
Yes, it's 23.
No, it is Rebecca.
Rebecca, 23.
Ew. 23 and me, huh?
Despite what they've done to us, trying to kill us with their giant spider and their vine monsters, hasn't tried to trick us. The black forced us into servitude by tricking and lying to us.
Didn't the black also,
Did
sent those flaming zombie things after
burning?
us? Yeah.
But didn't the plants that attacked us, those vine things that left all the scars on our arms that turned
Yeah.
black?
And the black is the reason we're here.
Yeah, and Braden,
But
your arm. I mean, you've got the big ass scar on it now from what was it, the spider?
Yeah, the green infected us with the black.
No.
They're not like the green, but at least I know I can trust them.
You're a very trusting sort. Okay, then how did the black happen if we were dealing with the green? Predator prey, I get that part. Honest and fair, we won, it lost. Okay. But
Could it have
why
been
did
just
we-
trying to speed up the corruption?
why would the green
The
be trying to
black
help
is what
the black?
healed us. The black is what healed us, not necessarily what attacked us.
Yeah, but what if whatever attacked us was sent by the black to speed up corruption?
Black taking control of green creatures? If it
Or
could do
just-
that, why wouldn't it just take over one of the villagers and do the whole, unlock the thing by itself?
When the three of us were
I
up
don't
in the
know.
tree, Braden, you said we were surrounded by green.
Correct. Only in the clearings has there been the black in such quantities. And around these cubes. So, I think we should bring the cubes back to the village and hear out what they have to say.
They're too
What would
powerful to be
happen-
kept together.
What would happen if we put one of the keys in the cenote?
Probably what happened when Braden jumped in with it.
I
It
fell in there
boils
too.
hot.
Yes, but wouldn't that be a fantastic deterrent from anything else from the black being able to get a hold of one?
The cenote is the only source of clean water on this island.
Okay, data I did not have.
It is the source of her power. It is the source of the island. You cannot destroy the lock and key, so you...
So if we were
Must
to
either
throw the
stay
key
forever or
into,
unlock it.
so if we threw the keys in, it would corrupt the source of her power. Okay.
And fresh water. It would kill the village and the villagers, and also presumably... Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We're not the first ones here. Has any other group ever unlocked the lock?
No.
I'm assuming you killed them all? Or the island did?
I did not.
You, the villagers.
Some of them.
And
Some of
others
them
rest
are
killed
like
themselves.
Rebecca. Others are like Rebecca. They became
Some of them
They
rebelled
took
against
over
the forces
numbers.
inside of them.
As a sign of good faith, perhaps we should send one of the cubes back. And one of us can stay here to watch over the other cube. I would like to study them a little bit.
So what I'm hearing, Braden, is you're coming with me.
The four of you do not want to separate the cubes.
No.
So, if that is your decision, give me resilience and metal. I'm looking for 3 at least.
Before we start separating things, are there any other servants of the Black, for lack of a better term, that you know of on the island?
Give them the burning.
Looks at 19.
Yes, but I'm not sure how intelligent they are.
They're not.
They also don't die from being stabbed in the head, isn't that right, Rook?
They don't die from being stabbed in the head or lit on fire. Or, excuse me, no. Having water smacked in their face. Which you'd think would be ironic, considering they're called the Burning.
Ooh, I have a theory I want to test now.
If we had... Okay, if we tried to split these up, one or two of us stay here, the rest go to the village, what do we think the odds are that we, the isolated group, would be attacked within the hour? Or at least encounter?
What are you trying to do?
Are you asking us, the GM?
No.
Okay.
Trying to leave the island without committing genocide or being a slave.
Sometimes there's not a third option.
And sometimes you just have to make one.
There's the line I was hoping you were going to say, Chef.
What's that, Chief?
Can I use my hour 5?
Yeah. To do what?
So it says add 3 minutes to your character's midnight clock for the rest of the scene. They can mentally communicate with any willing target in line of sight or with whom they are personally familiar. This manifestation is highly selective, meaning that your character can functionally establish thought networks that allow for silent and instant communication between team members while excluding the intrusive ideas of individuals the user didn't mean to include.
Okay. Who are you using it on?
Can I use it on Rook, Braden, and Melissa?
Well,
Can I do all?
Oh, let's see. I just want to see if you have to. Labeling target. Sure.
All right. And for what it looks like, kind of slight, like a faint, like glowing like around like the head because thoughts and stuff. So that's what it will look like. Faint purple glowing. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell them I don't think we should. I don't know if we should trust Rebecca and 19. I think we should keep the cubes together.
I would agree, but at this point, what are we going to do with them? We're trying to play as an independent group on a binary board. Either we're going to have both groups after us to get the keys, one to separate them and take them away, the other one to, I don't know, either kill us or escort us to the lock to unlock it.
If getting the keys to the lock is the best chance we have to get out, I think that's what we should do.
Is this you speaking, or is this the Black?
I want to go home to my friends.
I got a 3 on my resilience medal exactly after spending my seconds.
Okay.
I want to go home too, but besides the question of whether or not we physically can, the question of, are we bringing something like this into our world with us if we don't do this the right way?
If that's the only way that I can see my friends again, I'm willing to risk it.
You would risk the entire world and all who are in it, including your friends and yourself, for the chance to see your friends again, as opposed to the chance to keep them safe? I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm actually asking because I'm curious about your answer.
A strange sense of, heat starts to creep into this mental network. It's weird you've never thought heat before. But it sweeps in and sort of swirls around your thoughts. Somehow matching the heat that you feel on your skin. On the inside.
The
It's
closer
not
these
that
cubes are, the stronger the Black is. And I've got a feeling that after we do what the Black wants, it's gonna toss us aside. We're not gonna see our friends, our family, our loved ones. We're gonna be dead.
What
So,
do
if we're already dead.
want?
Ah. Our mysterious patron. What do we want? The ability to leave this island completely whole, alive in the original condition we were in before the plane ran into difficulties, and our guaranteed safety back to our world and a method of transport in it. We want to go home. We want no more of this. And we want to be alive when we get there. And not about to fall out of the sky.
In this mental space, you sort of get the impression that spoken language, it's as though spoken language isn't its first language. And to answer such a complicated request with words, it feels like it struggles for a moment. And so the answer that comes is not individual words. It's a general sense, an answer that kind of tumbles into your heads all at once. If you let it out, if you do as you promised, if you serve, it will regain its power and be able to reward you. Not just in this world, but worlds beyond. You each kind of get an image of sort of abstractly stepping back onto Earth in a parking lot, in a classroom, in a grocery store. Glimpses of people you know, people you care about. Slipping back into life.
Are we sure this lock is a lock? Could it be a damper on a fire? Open it all the way, give it all the power and oxygen it wants, and then it can do wonderful things. But it said it can help us. It can reward us. How many
I'm
of us
willing
will
to
it
risk
burn to
it.
ash? And if it burns one of us to ash as fuel for its power?
At this point, it's either we stay here and are essentially dead, or we have the chance that we might be able to actually get back home.
At what cost? Is there a cost that is too high for you, Mara?
I mean, we've already died.
Yes. We're human, that's what we do.
I want a chance to actually be happy again. Spent so much time with a terrible guy and just got done with that situation. I just want to be able to live my life the way I want it now.
I can think of a third option. Several, in fact.
Meanwhile, Rebecca and 19 are just staring at you all in silence.
Just watching
You want
Mara's
to
head
be-
glow. Just
You want to be happy.
Yes.
You want to find someone to love you and who will love you back.
Yes.
just marry Rook.
Are we gonna get a proposal?
He gets down on one knee.
Mental image,
First
she
off-
gets down on one knee.
Now that all three of you have ruined my plan completely, I'm not going to do it. So,
Oh, is it actually?
we could potentially stay here, set up our own community. What are 5 lives compared to the 36 over there, compared to the amount of damage that either one of these powers could do if it gets into our world, or God knows how many others.
Well, it's not like I have very many people back home anyways. I'm sure I could find a way for my lady in yellow to get here eventually.
Oh, I just had an idea. Jen, while they're having this mental powwow, the cube that's up on the crate, I'd like to go over to the cube that's on that crate.
Okay.
And just bloop with it back to the beach where we all first woke up.
Okay. Take 3 damage.
Specifically, I just want to the cave.
As you reach out and grab it, it's just searing pain courses through your palm, you hear the skin sizzle. Like you've absolutely grabbed the hot end of a kettle.
I'll
But
say
do I
Braden
ma-
sees this but doesn't care. He lets
Do
you
I?
take it.
But do I manage to get away with it though? I'll take the 3 damage. I don't
Give
care
me give me a resilience medal to see if you can. No, that's not what I want. I want composure or something. Hold on. I want strength composure. That's what I want.
Strength composure.
Mhm.
That's such a
Are you
weird thing.
strong
but
enough
okay.
to hold on to the red hot thing
Mhm.
and still focus enough to transport?
You know what? I'll go ahead and get rid of my distress dice.
Okay. What does that give you? Let's see.
2.
2. Okay. As you guys are
That's
arguing about
10.
stuff inside of your heads.
10.
As you're arguing about
Sorry.
stuff inside of your heads, all of a sudden Rebecca's gone.
With one of the cubes.
I think we would probably be more worried about the cube with all the influence we have on us at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You suddenly feel like a swell of rage that you're not sure if it's yours or not.
Annoying powers of the annoying. Oh yeah, and you said 3 damage. Okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let me do my
This
health.
this may have to wait.
Just 19's
agree.
like,
Where?
Homing beacon.
Okay,
Where the hell she go?
218.
Where'd you say you went
Out
again,
loud.
Rebecca? The cave, you said?
Yeah, the cave that we slept in the first night on the island.
She's north. Northwest.
I just point in the direction. She's that
How
way.
does she know that? Like, Luna, I understand knowing that. How the fuck does she know that? I guess I haven't asked.
Because I have homing beacon.
Not you. No, 19. I'm
Oh.
just trying to figure out how the fuck she knows that. I know how you know that.
Okay.
Oh, heck yeah.
Green knows all.
Miss, thank you for all those gifted subs.
Hell yeah.
Santa's
Shit.
sweeping through here.
They
Damn.
got it. They got Mitch. They got Zeros. They
Right?
got Deadly. I don't know who
Sick.
Marnaka is.
Say thank you, guys.
It's Giftsmith.
Right? Ho, ho, ho.
That is the correct
Man.
amount, yes.
I think we should head towards.
It's Daddy and the 3
Rebecca.
hoes.
Find her.
Oh no! By the way, as soon as I drop the cube off, I'm coming back. This wasn't my plan for tonight. It was an idea I just had. I was wondering if Jen would let me do it.
Well, let's do it.
Like I just throw the cube in the cave and then. Boop.
While she's gone, I set up a convenient campfire right in the middle for no reason whatsoever.
Your flames are flavor only, sir.
Like when she's left alone with you for those like 60 seconds, 19 is slowly inching back toward the tree line.
19, it's not safe to go out there alone.
I will be fine.
Are you sure? Here, take one of my spears to keep yourself safe. And I'm going to toss a spear towards her.
She like flinches and then like catches it. And Rebecca's back.
2, 4, 5.
Okay, there we go. Sorry, I'm realizing now that my mic had muted itself.
Oops.
6. Because
I've been saying,
leveled up.
where did she go, 19?
Oh.
Oh, were
Where
you?
did she go, 19?
Well, now she's back.
And she's level 6, or hour 6. I was at 4 minutes. No, I was at 6 minutes when we started tonight.
Can I use my level 5?
What's your level?
Yeah, what's your level 5?
Yeah,
Tell
you
us.
don't know what my level 5 is.
I know everyone's but yours. I haven't been able to peg yours yet.
I know. Fortunately, I'm about to peg you with it.
Hey, yo! Let me assume
Yeah.
the position.
Whichever way you want to, darling. I mean, it's going to be about to...
Off the rails. All right, what's your level? What's your level 5 power?
I love this.
At this point, I'm just having fun with it.
Good.
Where'd it go? Ah. My level 5 manifestation is called Rack.
Son of a bitch! I knew someone would get it.
After resolving an attack check, add 3 minutes to your clock. For every point of damage the attack would have caused, the target instead gains 1d4 distress die that they have to roll on their next action. Let's see. I can't make you go over maximum of 5d4 distress dice, and
You're good. I'm at 0 right now.
I will
and
rule.
I am allowed to affect creatures.
I will rule that you cannot take those away by spending seconds.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I thought it said that something about that in the thing.
It doesn't, but
you realize it does say after you resolve an attack roll, meaning I get a chance to fucking dodge.
You get a chance to fucking dodge. It says Rack's effects last for the remainder of this scene, or until the victim takes an action that requires a skill check.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. That was just for Ashley's benefit.
Yep.
All right.
Oh, I'm aware of what it says. I've read it.
Swing.
I figured you or Mitch got that.
Nice.
Swing.
All right, and that's coordination.
Winding up and everything.
Reaction to dodge.
And seeing as how this would literally be the definition of hand-to-hand combat,
Yeah.
can I roll with aptitude?
You can.
And it's strength.
Strength and toughness.
Why don't you fuck me?
Well,
you know what?
will have a suited position.
You know what? No.
All right.
Fuck it. I'm not even going to spend seconds on this. I want this to happen.
Do you want to spend seconds, Chef?
I'm assuming that if neither of us spend seconds, I'm going to make contact. But the more successes I have, is it the more successes I have, the more damage I do?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, okay. In that case, yes, I do.
Okay. So you got one right now.
Looking at this, how many of these can I re-roll?
You can.
All of them except for your distress dice, I believe.
Yeah.
And
So,
that's 6.
Is that 5?
5. Yeah.
5. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I think it's any that fail, so anything that's not a 5 or a 6.
Yep.
Alright, let's roll and see what happens.
And Chef, you rolled with aptitude, so 3 of those are D8.
Oh, okay.
I will give you the option to re-roll or just leave it at 2 more successes.
Yeah.
And I think you have 1 more second left if you want to re-roll a D8.
Yes, I believe that's right. So you mean I can either be at 3 or I can re-roll all of them? Is that what you're saying?
That is what I'm saying.
And
And you spent 5 seconds, so you have 1 second left to re-roll one of the D8s if you want.
I'll re-roll the D8.
Okay.
But you can't do both. You can't re-roll everything.
Oh no, I was going to take the 2 and then re-roll the D8.
Okay.
Okay.
That's 4?
That is 4.
That would be 4, yes. And then I just need to roll 4d4, right?
What?
For the number of distress dice?
Nope.
No, I roll that.
Oh, you
Rebecca
roll that.
will roll that next skill check.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
And ones will take away from successes like normal distress dice do.
Yep. And because Jen's rolling, I can't spend seconds to remove them, which I'm fine.
Mm-hmm.
Wham.
I think that's really cool.
What does it look like?
Yeah, how are you hitting me? Is it just Haymaker?
What is the color of the hot light? Of Big Matt's hot light?
Pink?
Oh, like kind of like a
Sort
hot
of
pink.
a pinkish.
It's like
Yeah.
pink and orange, I think.
It's like a hot pink. I'm gonna just say hot pink. It's the color of Big Matt's hot light. A little pulse runs from my temple down to my arm, and then boom, right into the victim.
Oh,
What
you're
is
just
it?
straight punching me?
What does it feel like for
What does
Rebecca?
it feel like?
Oh, it feels
Give me that
like
flavor text, buddy.
this. If the phrase emotional damage could be turned into a
Emotional.
feeling, yes. It feels like I literally found a way to punch straight through your body, right into your feelings. Just knocking every bit of confidence, joy, happiness, self-belief, everything out of you. So you were like, everything's terrible. I am not fit to deal with this. I am going to die.
See, I love the fact that you're doing that to the person who has the optimistic privilege.
I don't know what that does.
Your character has always been able to ward off the oppressive influence of dread with the power of positive thinking. Once per scene, you may choose to ignore all accumulated distress dice for a single skill check.
Not letting that happen.
No, but like flavor-wise, like
Yeah.
it's the optimistic, like the first
Yeah.
part of that, the warding off.
So we
Just
watched
want to be
Rook-
clear. I'm not negating his power entirely.
Oh yeah, no,
I
I got
did-
that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no,
It wouldn't have changed anything, but I was not aware of that.
Yeah, so that just makes it better. Like, no, Jen,
Yes.
when you said I couldn't spend seconds, I assumed I also couldn't use
Gotcha. Okay.
that.
Yes, but it is Big Matt's emotional damage light personified into a fist.
So it's just like pink with like a following trail of orange.
Well, it's like imagine like that light pulsing, running down
Like
my arm
Tron
as I'm
style?
winding up. I have not seen Tron in so long,
Wow.
but if my memory's right, yes. Just and then like it hits my hand right as my hand hits you.
Okay, but what type of hit are you throwing at me? I would just want to know.
It
Just
sounds
for
like a
flavor.
punch. It sounds like he's punching
Yeah,
you.
this is just a step in. It's not really a haymaker, but a step in, just like driving pile driver hit. I'm
so we
trying to
watched
put
Rook
you
punch
on ground.
Rebecca.
Yes.
You do not. It doesn't physically hurt, but
No,
it emotionally hurts. Like you're on your feet, but
It's like,
why
oh,
even
you
bother?
just hit me. Ow, the daddy issues.
Braden's first reaction of seeing a man hit a lady. He just goes to hit Rook in the jaw with the butt of the spear.
Okay.
Don't hit ladies.
Strength and toughness.
Since I have combat, can I roll this with advantage?
Hang on.
Or I have.
Before Jen answers that question, Chef, just for the fact that
Yeah.
you hit me. Oh, harder, daddy.
Actually, I know for a fact you have no way of knowing this, but the last person to say that to me,
With Terry?
no, was actually
Oh.
Please don't call me that.
Okay, I got
There are
you.
2 people on Earth who can call me that, and both of them are under the age of 12.
Okay. Sorry, I was doing it for the joke, but yeah, okay, I got
Oh,
you.
like
I'll
I said,
respect that.
I know you didn't know,
Okay.
and it was really well done.
Roll
still.
to dodge, my guy.
What is dodge again?
Coordination reaction.
Okay, and we said that was with or without aptitude.
Dodge is different than fighting.
Okay.
And
I think I got a 4.
4. Yeah.
Coordination, reaction.
One.
Satisfied? Want to spend?
Yes, yes. Yes, I do need to spend some stuff. These
I love
stress
the
die are
concept.
killing me.
I love the consequences of my own actions.
The sowing, huge fan. This reaping bullshit.
No, I'm loving the reaping of
let's
this. 'cause
1, 2, 3. Can I? I can reroll 5 of these. Am I reading that right, Jen?
You can re-roll 4.
Yeah.
4, and you
What?
can keep re-rolling them until you run out of seconds.
Oh, you're not gonna
So
let
I
him
can
reroll
reroll
the 1?
4, and then I have 2 more seconds to spend.
Mhm.
So that takes you up to 2.
Yep.
Yep. And I'll roll.
2 seconds.
I'll re-roll 2 more.
Okay.
Come on, doubles. Oh,
No.
they were
I got
doubles.
a 6. It counts as a 6.
Brayden pulls back, swings the stick part of the spear around, clocks you straight in the jaw, doing 2 damage. Feels like you kind of taste blood, but it tastes burnt.
We don't hit ladies, Rook.
That's just plain sexist. That is misogynistic as hell.
Equal rights and equal lefts. I like it, Rook.
Exactly. You're the one who brought her gender into this. To me, she was a combatant.
She didn't do anything to you. You just swung on her.
By the way, Rook, why
stole the
are you
cube.
hitting me? Oh, that's why you're hitting me. Okay, no.
Yeah, because you stole the cube.
I put it in a secure-ish place.
Why'd you put it anywhere?
Where did you put it?
Y'all were having a little powwow staring contest thing.
Brayden, the next time I hit you, I'm going to try to burn your... Excuse me. I apologize, I misspoke there. Rebecca, the next time I hit you, it is going to be with express intention of turning your face into charred leather. Please, stop
What?
screwing with it. You...
We were talking
Stole
about separating the
from-
cubes, and then you guys just stopped talking.
Melissa, talk sense right now before I do something I'm going to regret.
I wasn't part of
I
this
know you went to the
fundamental
north.
powwow.
I know you went to the north.
Is that what direction that is?
Basically, and I just point. And I could
Oh, it's
probably
that
find out where the hell it is. But yeah, no. You came back. Yeah. Why the hell am I the one that's talking sense right now? I don't. Oh, God. Oh. Or
As a
be
parent,
told to talk sense.
Because y'all were the ones that were having the little mental powwow thing, staring. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Mara's head was glowing, and then you guys were staring.
you don't see us talking shit when your boobs start glowing.
You've all called me Glowy Tits McGee.
First off, the McGee family has nothing to do with you. Secondly, I don't believe I called you that. I like to think I've got better insults than that. I mean, come
You've
on,
all
man.
commented on the glowing tit.
Yeah, but not as an insult.
Brayden's just like, yeah, it's a thing. I quit questioning it a long time ago.
Yeah. I acknowledge it, I'm not making fun of it.
Okay.
But, again,
Also,
Back on
also
track.
Ricky-
ST says back on track.
why did you take it?
Because the last thing we were talking about was separating them. So I separated them.
I think we should bring them back together.
I'm not touching it. It bit me.
Good.
I'm with
Why did it
Rebecca
hurt
on
you?
this one. You know, these cubes had me contemplating genocide just an hour ago.
What?
They're
Genocide.
no good.
Define genocide. We already fought off half the damn village. At this point, I think we're splitting hairs. Self-defense, preventative attack, punitive expeditions, pick your poison. We've been doing this. We found ways to attack and defend everybody from everybody. Okay. Are we trying to leave? In which case, we either need to figure out, do we serve the black? Do we serve the green? Do we try to go a third way? Do we
I think
try to
this
leave?
is.
Stay.
I think this is a discussion we should have without 23 and 19 here.
That's not my fucking name. You know my fucking name.
19, what's his name? Her name, excuse me. What's her name? Pointing at Rebecca.
Rebecca.
23?
It's Rebecca.
Okay. Look. Number one, why didn't you take it back to the village, where there would be more people to guard it? 2, I'm kind of in the go fuck yourself mood right now. Somebody talk, because I'm about to say something I probably shouldn't.
I didn't take it back to the village because Brayden has already proved that security there at the little silo that it was kept in before is bullshit. And what was the second question? Chef, I as a player already forgot.
Start walking to the north in the direction that was pointed to try to go get the damn cube back.
No, Chef, I genuinely already as a player forgot the question. I have the attention span of a goldfish.
Melissa, you have kind of like a mental image of where it is, like a blip on a radar. Mm-hmm. So you could probably find it if you just kept walking.
The moment others turn and walk, if they do, I'm gonna follow.
Brayden's staying with Rebecca and 19.
I don't think they're very happy with me.
You know, I'm not gonna say I side with the black or the green, but I want to get off this island. I don't want either of their help. For now, I don't see why I can't get along with the green. You're not actively trying to kill me, right? 19.
I'm not actively trying to kill you.
The rule still remains. You cannot stay with us and still be corrupted. If you wish to join us.
I'm not gonna join you, but I'm not gonna fight you either. I would like to study the cube a little more. Perhaps I could, I don't know, find a place for it to be lost, never found again.
A way to destroy it?
That would be ideal.
I don't know what deal you made. I don't know what the words were, but...
Well,
if you break it,
deal I made either.
There will be probably consequences. I just want to make sure you know what you're deciding. Then that deciding to not decide isn't an option.
It seems I'm at least a little valuable to the black. They would have let me die a while ago.
Hey, roll resilience medal.
Oops, not with aptitude. My bad.
And what's your health at right now?
I'm at 4. I got a 1.
Do you want to spend anything?
I should. I'll spend 2 seconds to re-roll those 2 d6s. Fuck it. I'll just keep at the 1, I guess.
As you feel just the building of defiance, and putting your foot down, refusing to serve anyone. I'm not going to do it. I won't listen. You're not the boss of me. Burns start to spread over the left side of your body. Fingertips to shoulders. Not even quite the ones that you incurred from the burning, but the ones that you saw in the vision. Your skin bubbles and blisters. The blisters pop, revealing raw, glistening meat underneath. You smell your own skin burnt. Every breath hurts, every breathes hurts.
Every breathe.
Breeze. Every
Oh.
breeze hurts.
Dean, if I die, at least it's my choice. I'll die free. I'm gonna walk down the island, try to find a place to bury this cube. Out of sight, hard to get to for anyone else.
Okay. The three that set off to the north, you can just kind of sense that the distance between you and the other cube is getting wider and wider. You kind of feel hope. You feel promise start to slip away.
And if I come up to a beach, I'm just gonna keep swimming as far out into the ocean with the cube as I can.
What the fuck?
It's going to be quite a while before you reach a beach.
Alright.
Yeah, because salt water and sand on fresh second and third degree burns is minor.
Pleasant.
Hmm.
Rebecca,
I could take.
what are you
take
doing?
to a beach. I'm just gonna follow Braden.
Okay.
Are you coming, 19? Or should I take you back to the village first?
Do you know where everyone else is heading?
I know where they think they're I know where I put the cube.
Take me back to the village and tell me where they're going.
Okay. Braden, wait up. I'll be right back. I'm gonna take her back to the village.
I'll wait for them, I suppose. But while I'm waiting there, I'm like grabbing rocks and sticks and bashing the cube. Trying to destroy it.
Doesn't leave a mark.
More flesh bubbling and peeling off.
Doesn't leave
Starts
a
to smell
single
more
mark.
and more like a barbecue.
The village moved the fire 5 feet to the left in the hopes of not repeating it.
God, that'd suck if I landed the fire again.
Wouldn't it, though?
It would,
Wouldn't it?
because they're gonna land. I have two health left.
Yeah, and you don't have Amara.
Don't make the faces, Rook. I still owe you 2 harms.
News to me.
Glandizzle.
Not surprised.
Yeah, Dizzle.
Hey,
He
Glenn.
gave you. He
Glenn,
gave you.
thanks, bud. We're not going
Alright.
to talk about this later. No.
Yeah, so I'll just take her by the hand again.
Okay.
Bloop. So I put it on the beach, or in the cave that we slept in the first night that we got to the island. That's in the south.
That cave would have been north from where you were standing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't fucking know the layout of this goddamn point, Jen. How would it have been north? You said we were on the bottom. I have the map.
Yeah. You couldn't be souther. It had to have been north from there.
Then it should have been east. Hang on. I have the notebook with the map.
Can we not question the spirit of the island on her directions?
No.
Because the island has already proven it is temperamental and dangerous, and I would not like to have to deal with something else the island may have cooked up and not thrown at us yet.
Yes.
Fine. We'll go by storyteller. Okay. That's fine. It's like, but I had the map. I had it all marked.
You could maybe question my east and west. I'm pretty sure I'm right, but you could not question my north or south.
It's in the cave that we slept in our first night here. So it's like on the edge of the island.
The north edge?
I guess?
Okay.
If that's what edge that is? I don't know.
I'll.
I woke up in the water. I've woken up in the water twice now from dying.
We have people who can find it. They can see it, sense it. It's fine.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Gonna go back to Braden. He's got the other cube. Might as well just stick with him for a bit.
Okay.
He doesn't seem interested in putting it in the lock, so. And he seems to trust me? Maybe? The jury's still out on that one.
I will, I guess, take a team north. See if we can intercept the rest of the group.
Okay. By the way, Jen, how tall is 19?
Like 5'4", 5'5".
Okay. So it's just,
Average.
okay. Okay.
Average.
Alright, well, be safe. And then I'm going to cup her face and just pull her down and kiss her forehead and then teleport away. Just for shits and giggles.
Just like a little jump scare.
just for shits and giggles. Just.
Oh, you need to whisper, "You were always my favorite."
Maybe next time.
Okay, so both teams, what's your plan?
I'm just going with Braden, so whatever Braden's plan is.
Okay.
So you said that we can sense the other cube getting further away, yeah?
Uh-huh. You actually seem to, if you think about it, you know exactly where each of those cubes is. You don't know, like, geographically, but you can feel pulled.
Should we have taken the other cube from Braden?
If we had, I think Ashley probably would have sicked the entire village on us to try to get it back.
Who is Ashley? I don't know an Ashley in this game.
Should we
Sorry.
get... Do you think we can find the third cube and then, after we have both of those, get back to Braden?
The third cube, you feel, is south. And you haven't been pulled to find that one. You think that one is probably where it belongs.
Perhaps, based on the fact that I don't feel pulled, maybe that one's already in the lock.
So we need to get these two down there.
Yes, I think that would be fair. But once we get there, we are going to have to decide what to do.
We'll make that decision when we get there.
You've already made your decision, haven't you?
I'll come back to that question later.
I'll take that as a yes.
You know that's technically a yes.
Okay.
Melissa, since we're talking, have you made your decision?
I want off of this island, whether it's through that way or through dying and going on to whatever else there is. I don't want to serve that damn thing. I don't want to stay here with the green. I am just get me the hell off this damn place. Because I just, I got free of all that crap. And here I am once again with this bullshit happening. So there's my answer. It's very complicated. Makes sense to me. Makes no fucking sense to anyone else. But hey, that's my answer right now.
That makes perfect sense. You want out, and you don't care what kind of out that is.
Oh no, I care because I don't want that. I don't want that little fucker to be just reminds me a shit ton of my father. Okay, how about that?
I can sympathize, if not empathize.
Okay. Let's say, and this actually happened. My dad gave me a gift, Christmas gift and everything. It's wonderful, fantastic. It was one thing I always wanted for Christmas. 2 years down the road, I pissed him off. For whatever reason, I pissed him off. And he takes that gift back because it was originally his to begin with. That was his justification.
Listen, Lauren, I love it.
Okay? That was the way that fucking asshole is. Okay? And I'm getting a shit ton of feeling for whatever that black thing is. Same. They may not exactly be the same, but they sure as fuck parallel. So honestly, right
Makes
now, if I
sense.
could kick that damn thing in the nuts, I would love to. I absolutely would love to fucking kick him. And yeah. So,
Okay, so we've got a get out of here get out of here at any cost from Mara. Kick the black thing in the nuts. Mine would be check the price before making a decision. But honestly, I'm gonna go ahead and say, Melissa, I really do like the energy you're bringing for this right now.
I
I'm
have
gonna
to
go
agree
ahead.
with that.
I'm gonna go ahead and say kicking this thing in the nuts is gonna be a pretty damn good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I say we all have that as at least Plan B, if not completely Plan A. When in
Sounds good to
doubt,
me.
kick this. When in doubt, aim for the nuts. Got it.
Okay, but like practically, what's the plan here?
Go find it.
Secure the one that's not occupied.
Beat
Yes.
it into submission.
Head north to the one that Brayden does not have currently.
Okay.
Yes. Find one. Deal with the other once we get the other.
Okay.
Once we get to that point.
Cool. Glad we have a plan. Give me everybody on Team Hike. Coordination, endurance.
Let's go, Team Nut Punch.
Basically to see if you guys get there before before the Team Green.
Sorry, the team nut punch just completely distracted me. What am I rolling for?
Coordination, endurance for basically
Okay.
the speed hike. Your target number was apparently 1. So
Apparently.
just rolled to see what your target number was. There we are. In the far distance, as you approach this cave, you can kind of hear the sound of like voices, footsteps. Melissa, you get the sense that it's probably at least a mile, maybe 2 miles off.
Okay. Got a little bit more of a hike, 1 mile or 2. Just
You
keep going.
kind of like getting hotter, getting colder. You find exactly where you're going just based on vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And suddenly
The vibe.
the clearing appears. It is absolutely familiar to you. You spent the first night here huddled up, hiding from a blood rain inside of the cave right in front of you.
Jen, just for flavoring, when I threw it, I tried to get it as far back as I could.
Okay. They don't have to see it. They know it's
It's
there.
not a very big cave.
I go in and I go too. Who else is going in with me?
I will.
I don't know if will all 3 of us fit in there.
You did the first night?
I say all 5 of us fit in there. Well, 4 of us.
Yeah.
I'll
Raiden slept outside.
stand out here and like as a rear guard to make sure we're not snuck up upon, waiting to hear that they need help or anything.
Okay.
Because that cave shouldn't be very deep.
It was deep enough to fit all you guys the first time. It's easy to find the stone in there, though.
Surprised Rebecca appears, kicks Rook in.
Melissa, do you want to pick it up since you haven't touched the cube yet, or should I grab it?
Don't you need it? Aren't you hurt?
Oh yeah, I am. I am very hurt. This last time I was down to...
I just remember you really liked that cube.
The chest full of cube.
I will pick up the cube then.
Hey, buddy.
All of a sudden you feel better. This was the right choice. You're making good decisions, Mara.
Thank you for letting me pick it up. I feel much better now. I was in a lot of pain before.
Out of curiosity,
I forgot how hurt I was.
Out of curiosity, doesn't Mara still have her mental network thing up?
No, I'm gonna say it's been dropped for now.
New scene.
It's a different scene.
Okay.
I figured since you can't have anything to drink, you need the cube.
I'll take it. Speaking of the pain, none of our we didn't heal any health over the time, I'm assuming. So speaking of that, can I use my hour 3 and heal some of myself? Because I was at 1.
You can.
Alright. Yeah. So I'm gonna restore
You're being a good
health.
girl.
Now I'm at 5.
Oh wow, we've had
The vibes.
the vibes of tonight. Team Nut Punch, you've been a good girl.
Gotta be a good girl if I want to get home.
Oh, harder.
Remember, click your heels together 3 times.
Close your eyes real tight and wish with all your might.
Y'all coming out of there, or y'all just gonna hang out, or what?
I'm heading back out of the cave.
Yep.
Hoping
Gonna
Mara
head
is
out.
coming back with me.
Oh yeah, I will. I'm feeling better now. I have the cube.
I mean, if you need some alone time with the cube, it's okay.
Speaking as someone who's had to handle that thing, no, it is not. The points on it alone. I mean, I'm not going to try to judge, because it's not my business, but we have bigger things to deal with.
Yep.
Everything's a dildo if you're brave enough.
Actually,
I have a cactus that I really want you to meet.
But if you're brave enough, not dumb enough.
we encourage safe sex here. All right.
Bravery and stupidity are often mistaken for each other.
So, I'm guessing first cube acquired, you're going to head toward the second one that Brayden has?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Give me another coordination, endurance, as you try to scoot out of there before you have company all of a sudden, because it sounds like a lot of company. Brayden, you are dashing through the woods.
Well, is Rebecca with me now?
Suddenly.
Okay.
Yeah. 19 less.
So yeah, once Rebecca gets back, we're dashing through the woods.
Okay.
Okay.
And one.
How are you? Do you still have the stone tucked into your shirt, or are you holding it? What are you doing with it?
I got it tucked into my shirt. I'm moving slow enough that I could talk to Rebecca at the same time without getting super winded. So it's kind of a jog.
Okay.
You know, I thought I was gonna give this to her as a gift. It's this great thing of power, the cube. The cube. It's just a key. I thought that yellow lady
Her-
brought me here. She
Oh, the
brought the island down. It was a lie. All made up by the black.
I'm sure you'll find your yellow lady one of these days, Braden. But for right now, what exactly is our plan here with this cube?
Well, those other three want to bring them back together.
Well, yeah.
That only spells trouble. The closer these things are, the black has more power over us.
Does it?
I
Oh.
need to find a way to keep this thing separated from them.
Okay.
Keep it separated from anyone.
Well, we can always just play leapfrog to places we've been. While you hang on to it, I'm not touching that thing again.
The burn spread even further. Brayden, take another
see.
damage.
Cough up some blood. Oh, we better be quick about it. I don't think I'm going to be standing much longer. How far away
Yeah.
can we get from them? Can I sense how far away the other cube is while I'm holding this cube?
I mean, Braden, I did put it at the in the cave where we stayed that first night with the blood rain and all that. So, I mean, that's a decent distance, I think.
Where's the village? We'd have some extra hands to help us there.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the village, 19 said she was taking a group to the cave. I don't know if they're going to meet there before the others do. I have an idea. What direction are we heading right now?
South. It's the opposite direction of them.
We're heading south. Okay. Temporal adaptive thing, the future is until eventually go, maybe. Jen, I'd like to try to use the other aspect of instantaneous arrival.
What do you mean?
So the other aspect of it is an attempt. However, with other usage of the temporal adept theme, the future is uncertain. An attempt to land in a specific location that you hope your character will eventually go may well be stemmed
Stymied.
by events
Stymied.
that stymied. Look, it's the only time I've ever seen that word. That you by events that you, yeah, I figured that's what I meant. That you cannot yet perceive.
That's more of a warning than another use. What are you trying to do exactly?
I'd like to try and take me and Braden to the far western edge or southwest edge of the island, because the map that we had, the fragment of it was only like really the eastern side, and he said we're heading south, which is going to just take us to the southern edge from the ship. So, but if we go to the whole other side of the island.
The only thing with that is you have kind of
No idea what's over there.
what's there or how much there is, or until this moment you've never
Bonfires.
expected to be there.
Yeah.
So
I will happily take the gamble on this if you'll allow it.
okay.
Even if we happen to land like right in the middle of a monster swarm or something.
No worries. No worries. I'm trying to think of what to have you roll. Intuition. This is going to be a
Blind
weird
luck.
one, and I'm kind of sorry, but I'm not sorry. Intuition
Okay.
manipulation.
Okay. That's 1.
What do I gotta spend to give them help?
Oh.
6 seconds for
Six.
D8.
I don't know how you could help with this.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either, but
Emotional support. We have to do this, Rebecca.
you don't even know what our plan is.
Yeah, you just know that Rebecca just suddenly puts her hand on your back.
Well, she did tell me she could teleport. And I did say we need to get as far away.
I
from
didn't
the
tell you
cube.
shit. You have seen it happen now.
Oh, okay.
You
I guess
could-
I've
ooh.
seen it.
You could say because he's carrying the cube instead of Rebecca, so she doesn't have to deal with the pain.
That just means she's not at a negative for it.
A lack of a negative and a positive, aren't those kind? I'm trying to help here. I've got an
Okay.
economics professor who could make that sound like it made sense.
Looks like it's up to 2.
Okay. Yeah, it's just the 2.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, because this is a skill thing. Well, it's a power thing. I don't know if it counts as a skill thing.
I mean, you're rolling, so yeah, roll
Well-
those distress dice if you haven't yet.
Yeah, I haven't yet. So they are D4?
Yep.
And we said I had how many? 4
4.
of them?
You need to roll 4d4
Okay.
to find out how many you have, a max of 5.
No, that's not how that
No.
works.
Your successes were the amount that I have.
Yes, you had
Which is
0.
4.
I had 4. Therefore, you need to roll 4d4 to find out how many distress die you have.
No, the
No,
4d4 are the distress dice.
Yeah. Well, I'm at 3, so I don't think I can have 7.
You can't. Max is 5 still. So roll 5 distress dice to see how many successes you end up with. Chef, you are still confused.
Okay, it's a 2 and a 3 for the last 2. That would put me at the max of 5 for the distress die.
Okay. I'm just... You and I are reading this differently is all.
The number of successes is how many distress dice you add to the pool.
Up to the maximum of 5 for the person.
Yes.
And I'm at 3 right now, so I've got 2.
Okay, I
that I can
see
roll.
now why you and I are reading this differently. Okay.
You don't roll distress dice to see how many distress dice you get.
Well, when it says gain 1d4 distress die,
Uh-huh.
since we already know that distress die is a d4, it sounded like you need to roll 1d4 distress dice to give you how many distress dice you would add. That's how I read that. I'm clearly wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not
Yeah.
trying to argue that point.
I
I'm
can
just-
see where you got there, but that is no.
Okay.
Which, Jen, I am perfectly okay since I was only 2 of the 4, adding the other 2 onto another thing.
Now you're just saying numbers. What?
For the distress dice, because I'm at 3
Okay.
with my minutes and everything.
Gotcha.
I was only able to add 2.
Okay.
Of
Gotcha.
them. So I'm okay splitting the 2 and adding splitting them and adding the other 2 to another thing. To another
that's
skill
not,
check.
That's not how that works.
Well, I'm just saying I'm okay with doing
I
that.
appreciate
if
that.
You
I
wanted
appreciate
to
your
do that.
willingness to be fair and square and stuff, but no.
Okay.
No. Okay, so
So it's
still
the 2.
2. Okay.
Yeah. Versus
kinda-
your fucking however many. Is that
Slightly
4?
more than 2.
5?
You feel like the particles of your body kind of like separate for like what, the 4th, 5th time now?
Something like that.
Brayden, what does it feel like for Brayden, who cannot natively do this himself?
It feels like. So, Mitch, you know the show The Flash?
Yes.
You know how they describe like the Speed Force and everything? How it's just like a whirlwind of just constant time and space.
Yes.
This is essentially, you feel like you're just being hurled through time. In this instance, because of the use of it, of how I'm trying to use it.
Okay.
That's really kind of the only way I can think to really describe it. Like all the particles in your body just get excited. Not in the same way that your power works, Chef.
All right. So both of you kind of like feel every atom in your body like separate and zoom off on their own, vaguely hoping they meet properly when they come back together. I'll leave that there for a second.
Oh,
Rook, Mara, Melissa, you know immediately that the direction that last cube has changed. Instead of going west, you have to go south. Do you follow that direction?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I guess we know that Rebecca's either with Braden or took it off him. So whenever we get there, we'll be dealing with at least one belligerent individual.
Yep.
All right. Nobody else has any like super duper transportation powers, do they?
I wish.
Me too.
Nope. Yeah.
Okay. Nope, let's hoof it.
South?
South.
Mhm.
Yep.
Southwest is the direction.
We
I'm
follow
going
in the
in.
cube.
To the cube.
All right. Coordination, endurance. Every single one of you. You
Just the
don't
hiking
even
group?
need a homing beacon. You know exactly where it is, and you feel it stronger than ever before.
How the fuck did you both get negative? Oh,
You
No,
guys.
Oh,
Wow.
no.
Yeah.
yes!
Team Brain Cell, yay!
How the fuck did this happen?
You guys want to
What are the
spend some
chances?
seconds?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Hold on.
I was
hold
too
on,
busy
wait.
focusing on Operation Nut Punch to really look where I was going.
Loon has all 5 distress dice, by the way.
Actually, here's I was given so many cares
Redeem.
and so many redeems. All of you can re-roll. See what happens.
What?
It will not count against your
Thank
second
you, Jen.
usage.
Thank
Mhm.
you.
But it was a trick.
Oh my god.
But it was a trick.
But it was a trick.
You guys want to spend seconds now?
2 of you
Yeah.
did
I'm
that.
gonna get rid of those distress die. Yeah.
Okay, so that takes you up to a 0, Jen.
Yep, it does.
If I got rid of my distress die, what would that bring me up
2.
to?
Then
Sure,
bring you up
I'll
to
do
I'm
that.
gonna I'm
And
gonna
how many-
re-roll those failed.
That was 4. Or 3 failed.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh, you already did it. Okay.
Sorry.
I'm gonna give you an option because you really only needed 1. Do you want to give Melissa a D10 or a D8?
Oh, to say a D10, Miss Ma'am.
If I only needed 1, then yes.
You only need 1.
Then yes, I would like to be of assistance.
You just
What's
pick her
that?
up off the ground.
That's
Come on,
favoritism.
up 2.
just drag me. Yeah, okay. D8.
Yep.
Uh.
Okay.
It didn't help.
Leave me behind. I'm slowing you all down.
I give her another one by trying to help her up from the other shoulder.
You've already spent your 6,
Oh.
though. But you've already
I haven't.
spent your 6.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you know what? I haven't I haven't used cheese care. I'm just gonna let it happen. This is a finale. Let's go.
Yeah.
Since this is the team she is on, we'll just... Melissa starts lagging behind while Mara's just like booking it. This is home. She's going home.
I want to go home.
She is going
Nothing can
home.
stop me.
For the first time, Mara just like pulls ahead.
Now.
Rook, you have to stop and pick Melissa up off the ground where she got tangled in some vines. It looks like they're moving. Maybe they're the vines. You don't know.
Maybe they're the vines.
Jesus.
And as you...
Mara's just running with the cube over her head.
Ah!
Yeah.
Screaming the whole
I
way.
have the power of the cube to bring me everything. Yes.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You run past what looks like at some point was a camp. It's just an abandoned tent with some tables and a little lawn chair, a fire long gone out. Nothing you haven't seen before, and it's not where you're supposed to be. You keep going. And eventually, the trees part, and you find another clearing in the woods, but it looks like there has never been anything growing in this place. A perfect circle of arid, crumbling dirt. And in the center of it, I'm about to finally change the picture.
Jen, I believe that they call it a devil's circle in like most
Devil's Tramping Ground.
Yeah,
Devil's
that.
Tramping
Oh,
Ground.
no.
It's out in Chatham. It's in Chatham County.
No.
Yeah. That's kind of... Oh,
In the
my
middle of the circle
meteor.
is a crater. Rocky sharp edges plunging down in this roiling black and red and yellow magma.
Damn, Chad, I really wish you could see this picture.
In the very, very center of the circle, there is a platform of some kind of dark and glassy rock. And in the center, if you squint, you can see it. The third cube, already placed on the pedestal. 2 more slots, 1 on either side, just waiting.
Of course it is.
Can I go put the other cube down in one of the slots?
1 second.
Okay.
You do know that you would have to cross the magma
Oh,
to
fair.
get to this pedestal, but you are already hot, and something tells you not to worry about it. And just as you head to cross this arid land, to head into the center of the crater, this hellmouth, this yawning open chasm, Rebecca and Brayden, roll me coordination reaction.
For an anti-cenote, yeah, this actually looks really good.
It really does. Let's see.
2. I'll stick with the 2.
I'm gonna go ahead and spend 6 seconds to add 2d8 to mine. Because there's 3 seconds each.
Okay. Cool.
That didn't help me any.
It did not.
Oh well.
Oh well. Where you reappear, there is nothing beneath your feet. For a second, you feel your body drop like the start of a roller coaster. Brayden, you feel your fingers catch, instinctively reaching out. Evens or odds, Brayden?
Odds. The odds are always in my favor.
They really are.
There. Your fingers catch on the side of some kind of rock wall or something. You feel warmth beneath your feet. But you're able to scrabble kind of up the edge of some kind of wall, some kind of cliff, to hurl your upper body back onto solid ground. Rebecca, you are tumbling. down and down into this heat like you've never experienced before.
Jen, just for shits and giggles, just so I can ask, can I use instantaneous arrival and teleport myself back up to the top of this?
Not from midair,
Okay.
but
Well, but you said while I'm tumbling.
but you hit the bottom of this like rocky oven, taking 2 damage. And you can give it a go. I'm gonna have you roll. I'm gonna have you roll.
Are you looking at my stats?
Coordination. No, I'm just looking at a sheet. It's not yours. Coordination, composure, just to keep your shit together.
3.
There you go. Yes, you
Damn.
can. You can teleport yourself back up to the top.
Bet. And you said I took 2 damage?
Yeah.
So as soon as I teleport, it's just lights out.
Okay.
'Cause I only had 2 health left.
And all of a sudden, all of you are all together again. Mara, you know, all you need to do. Actually, all of you know. All you need to do is put those rocks where they belong, and you'll go home.
I'm gonna try and wake Rebecca up.
Fucking just knocked the fuck out.
I'm not going to
Shake
use
her
my power on
shoulders.
her.
Okay.
Slap her harder.
I'm gonna
Wow.
let her be. She's not letting me do what I want to do. So I'm just gonna let her be.
Mitch.
Okay, Daddy, cashing
Am
up
I
on
not
all the
able?
points.
Am I not able to wake her up?
No, I'm at 0 hit points, Mitch.
She just kind of flops around a little bit.
It
Well,
would
this
seem
doesn't look too good.
It's time to make a choice.
Well, Brayden is pretty sure this black is gonna kill us as soon as it gets what it wants. He's gonna run off, sprint. He's gonna try and get to the beach. He's using his memory to maybe know the direction of the beach, but
I spend my 3 minutes or my level 5 and try to hit him before he gets too far.
and I'll use my minutes. If he's coming near me and trying to hit me, I'm gonna use my level 5.
What's your
Okay.
level 5 again?
5. Oh. Oh,
Okay.
but
I'm going to have you both roll
Yellow.
coordination reaction to see who gets it first.
All right.
Okay. Mitch, remind me what's your level 5 again?
Turtle.
Yep, turtle.
Hurdle. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
A 1. Oh boy.
Mm-mm.
I mean, I could spend 2 seconds and try to get it higher.
Spend what you're going to spend and then shuffle roll.
Well, that'll bring it up to a 2.
2. Chef, you
So I'll
want to spend
take the
some?
2.
Yes.
Okay. What are you spending, though? Because...
This is...
a mathematical equation.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the greatest benefit... The greatest benefit I would have would be in re-rolling the 5?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to spend 5 seconds. I'm going to mark this so that way I don't forget it. That's a little better.
At
I'm a
least it's
negative
not a
1.
botch.
Nope. And then I've got 1 more second, so I'm going to reroll 1 more.
Okay. Okay. So 2 versus 0. Go ahead and you said it's oh, who'd we lose? Ashley.
Ashley.
Okay. Wait a minute. Laptop shut off. Got it.
Trend.
Your power is 3 points of damage, right, Chef?
I was using my level 5, which is the
Oh, which is rack?
Yes.
Gotcha.
However, I mean, at this point, either way, really, it's going to level me up, so.
Okay.
I was trying for rack.
Okay.
I did say I was trying for rack. If I'm gonna do this, let's do it honest.
Okay. You pull a fist back, punch at the shell. It explodes outward as though you dealt it physical damage, doing you 3 damage. Because now I'm cashing in those hurts from before. As slivers of, like, shining volcanic rock just splinter and pierce into you.
Obsidian's a bitch!
Braden's gonna keep running as he bursts out.
And Rook, you're down now?
Brayden,
I am not looking good, but I am not dead.
what are you at health-wise?
I'm at 2.
That's a shame.
Yeah, Braden might be taking his last breath.
As you sprint and you run, those burns just creep. They sink deeper and deeper. On your hand, you can see the first little shining slivers of bone.
Well, this is it. For the last time, I'm going to spend time, and I'm going to use my 5th hour. Before I die, I'm going to cover myself in stone.
Okay.
Now in the shell. The immovable shell.
And as you
Jen,
sprint
did mine actually go off?
No.
Okay,
No.
so I don't take the minutes. Okay.
I mean, No, you don't.
Okay.
As you run, the further you get away from this crater and your task, the one you were kept alive to complete, the more those burns spread. You feel yourself getting weaker and weaker. It's harder and harder to think. And I will let you fire off your little turtle shell one last time before you collapse into the ground.
Braden's just going to stop running. His turtle shell actually comes up as the lady in yellow, and he hugs it as she surrounds him as he's dying. One last embrace, right?
One first embrace.
Braden disappears for a second. But then his power also dissipates. And there he is. Just half of his body burnt to bone. The last key, tucked under his shirt.
Eats half the skeleton bread of this.
I'm sorry. I look around for a large rock, and I fling it at his shell.
No, the shell disappears after a moment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry.
Just kind of melts away.
Um,
He does not seem to be coming back up this time.
I take the cube off his body.
It's fine. You barely have to pull his shirt away from him. It just crumbles into charcoal at the first touch.
I like to think his scars go all the way down to his skull, so there's like yellow streaks on his skull.
I may have hated you, but I will never question the fact that you always did what you believed was right. something to admire. Turn. Walk back to the two ladies. Shall we do this?
I think we should.
I mean, the two of you have the keys.
I'm gonna take my key and put it in the spot.
Okay. Rebecca, in your just fog of unconsciousness, just a gentle voice. Are you done?
Define done.
Do you want to go on?
What's left for me there is nothing but a hollow curve. It's after 7 different publishers. Oh, am I quiet, Chef?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Jen, am I quiet for you too?
You were for a minute, yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that better?
Yes.
Okay. What's left for me out there is a hollow career that lost its pleasure and its meaning to me. Too many years ago for it to even try to be rekindled. I'll put up another fight. But I don't plan. I already said I was going to try and fight.
Are you done? Are you tired? Do you want to be done?
I'm sure they want their last laugh. Yes, Jen, I do understand that this is you asking if I want to be revived or not. Before you ask. If I could restart it all again, I would. This, unfortunately, has proved to be difficult. I don't know if I want to be done until I find a way past this challenge.
If that's what you'd like. Just roll me a d6.
A d6?
Mm-hmm.
The island's voice changed rather drastically there.
2.
Regain 2 points. Mara, as you kind of creep your way to the edge of the crater, you look down. It's pretty far down, but you know you got this. It's worth it.
Yeah.
Roll me
This is my chance of going home.
Roll me coordination and toughness as you try to like skid down the inside edge, hurtling toward the heat and the fire.
I'm putting up one last hoopla for the fact that Brayton just died. Just in case you're wondering, Mitch.
Best way to spend seconds and stuff to
Oh boy.
not.
It would
Doing
take
away
you
with
to
the
a
distress
0.
dice would still leave you with 0. So the only way to get a positive number is to re-roll some d6s.
I will spend however many seconds I can spend for that.
You can start with 5 if you would like.
Hey!
All right, I'll get you to 0. You've got one more left. You want to give that a go?
Yes.
Do it. The cube compels you.
Okay.
And that was how many seconds then? 6 seconds?
6. You try to take it easy down the side of this cliff, but your feet slip clean out from under you, and you stumble and tumble, landing on all fours. The rock, the stone, completely unharmed. And you realize that your hands and your knees are just right there in pools of like shifting, roiling, molten rock. And it doesn't hurt. It doesn't bother you at all. You feel the same heat on your skin as you have almost this whole entire time, except for that brief period in which you were sick, straight out of the village. But it doesn't leave burns on you. It doesn't hurt. The fall, you take 3 damage from the fall. But the fire, you're untouchable. And as you climb to your feet, just 15 feet right in front of you is that glassy stone podium where the key in your hands has always belonged. Rebecca, when you wake up and open your eyes, you count 2. You can see immediately 2 people.
This is gonna hurt. So Mara dropped the cube.
Mm-mm.
No, I
She's still got it.
Okay.
You don't see Mara either.
Yeah.
Not from where you are. Rook, Melissa, what are you guys doing?
Would we have heard Rebecca get up?
I haven't gotten up yet.
Not
Okay.
yet.
Okay. So never mind then.
Can I use my hour 3 to heal to myself?
Mhm.
And then that would bring me up to hour 6 as well.
Okay. Okay. Just as quickly as you got injured, you feel your skin and bones mend back together. Do you take the stone to the podium?
Yes.
Now back to Melissa and Rook. What are you guys doing?
Walking towards the edge.
Okay.
I'm not actively helping them. Like I said, they're the ones with the cubes. I'm not helping this thing. I will out loud say I'm not helping you anymore. And if I can, I'm going to turn and walk away because I said what I meant, and I meant what I said, to quote Horton. And fuck this thing. I don't, yeah.
You can't punch it in the dick until we let it out.
Fair.
Do you think it's going to let us punch it in the dick?
Do you think you're going to have a better opportunity staying here and not letting it out?
What do we think's the hell going to happen?
Honestly?
Literal
I give it
hell
a 50.
on earth as I get up slightly. That's what'll happen. If you really want to know.
And why do you say that?
Because I've seen it.
And you didn't think to share.
Mara,
I
do you
was
put it in
getting
the
to
podium?
that when you guys
Yes.
all started having reactions.
As you lower the stone into the perfectly shaped, perfectly carved slot for it, it sinks in. And you feel this huge sense of relief before realizing there's still a third one. And if you turn your head and look toward Rook, he's not helping. He's the one standing between you and finally going home, finally getting a drink with your friends, finally being somewhere where you matter.
the cube down.
Yeah. 1 sec. I glance over. Melissa? Do me a
Yeah.
favor.
Yeah.
You seem to have the most moral compass between us.
Hmm.
Would you do me a favor? Either take this cube down there and put it in, or not, while I do my best to keep Rachel from stopping you either way.
Who the fuck is Rachel?
Who's Rachel?
Excuse
I've
me,
been
Rebecca.
asking myself that for an
Rebecca,
entire
Rebecca.
season of Demon.
Who the fuck
Sorry.
is Rachel? We know who Rachel is in Demon, though. But Brad has
Told you
found
I'm not touching that
Rachel.
damn thing. I'm not helping.
Jen, while they're
When
having
is it
this
most
little...
likely to be weary and not know your best chance to punch it in the dick is to be down there when it comes out?
While they're having this little discussion, and I'm sorry guys, I don't want to really interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Can I use the madness angle to try to spot any plot-sensitive information that may have been overlooked? As it states, it is subject to the director's discretion.
You can. I'm trying to think.
Did that once. Worst 20 seconds of my life.
What, thinking?
Mm.
It sucks. I have to do it on a regular basis, unfortunately.
There is not really anything like missing here. The whole plot is like laid out in front of you at this point. But
Yeah.
for a second you get a glimpse of things as if they were to continue exactly as they are going. You watch
Cube slide in.
the cube slide in. All three of them. It's like the island cracks apart, and then you don't see what happens after. You see Melissa wander off with the third cube as her body disintegrates piece by piece. You see Mara scrabbling to try to climb out of the hole to fight each and every one of you. You see like 3 realities for Rook. One of them, he seems to be somewhere else. One of them, he's in pieces. And one of them is just a continual chase forever and ever.
By the way, for you guys, for Rook and Melissa, there's just a purple eye that kind of just starts glowing on the middle of Rebecca's forehead for this power.
I am not. No. Charge.
Toward Rebecca?
Charge towards Rebecca. Like, drop the cube where it is. Charging towards Rebecca because I don't remember what that power does.
You haven't seen that.
You have not seen
Yeah,
it.
I've never seen that power, and I'm running on the assumption that she's about to do something to my head to like bushwhack me or make it so I can't make a choice. So
Okay.
I'm going to try to I'm going to charge and try to end this now.
But I have seen that power, haven't I?
Nope.
No.
No? Okay.
No. No, this is not the hour 1 that I started with. This is not the glowing boob.
Nope. It's different.
Yep. So, Rook, I'm not gonna make you roll to hit me because this is just happening.
Okay. Then, I mean, you're going to have to roll to hit, but
Well, yeah.
see how
Right.
much damage it does.
I'm not gonna try to dodge or anything
Okay.
because like this is all just happening like in her mind.
Mara,
She's
as
just kind of sitting there.
as you're watching, looking up at Rook, you see him drop that third key.
I'm gonna try to climb up and see if I can get it.
Okay. Strength and toughness to try to scale the cliffy wall. And Melissa, you're just walking away?
I'm just so stupidly conflicted. I don't want to help because right now she's very much feeling like she used to, just basically broken. I know it's not my trauma, but I'm almost tempted to give myself a minute for the trauma,
Go ahead.
of me not knowing what to do or not being the good look. I don't know.
So you're just kind
She's
of
just
like
gonna,
paralyzed in between
Freeze.
decisions.
yeah,
Your
yeah,
freeze for a trauma response.
That's fine.
Hmm.
Okay.
yeah.
Just wanted to check in and make sure there wasn't something you wanted to be doing.
No, I don't know what the heck to do, honestly.
Just staring into the magma void.
Yeah,
Rocking a hard
Trembling.
place.
Names they
Shaking.
whisper to me.
Okay. All right, Mara. You managed to like somehow vault yourself up onto some stable ground, clawing your way up and over the edge of the crater. Spotting the cube and heading right for it. Did you roll for damage?
No, because I was also going to be using my level 3, which does 3 damage and bursts into flames.
Okay.
Well, no. Once I hit you,
Yeah,
you burst into flames.
I
Not
know.
before.
I've read
Yeah.
the power.
Well,
Okay.
Jen had to clear it up with me, so.
Yeah. Just another
I
like
almost took
punch
that power.
or like a shove, or what are you doing?
Honestly, I'm aiming right for that purple eye.
Okay.
I don't know how that power works, so either I'm going to end up hitting her in the head, or I'm going to end up somehow punching her in the power. Either way, it seems like a good idea.
Okay.
Punching her in the power. That's
And-
such a.
You said you're not gonna
I
dodge,
can punch
so
you in the...
take.
Yeah.
It's 3
Because
damage,
this is-
right?
Yeah, it is.
Yes.
Because this is just happening because the flat visions and everything. Are
As like
happening
sparks
already.
explode and your hair is immediately on fire.
So we already know I was only at 2 HP.
Mm-hmm. And you see Rebecca drop again.
The power fades.
She crumples.
I wish to God you hadn't made me do that.
I didn't. Make
Turn around. Clearly not okay. And that puts me at hour 6.
Mara, what are you doing?
Trying to grab the cube and bring it back down.
Is anyone stopping her? They're trying to.
I don't think
you
I'm in a
know.
position to.
Braden's charred corpse
Yeah.
sits up,
She's-
gives the fat middle finger, and then lays back.
It just collapses into bones.
There's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Braden comes back as a yellow spirit.
A bone just flies at Rook for hitting Rebecca again.
Yeah.
Mara, you grasp the third key and scramble back down into the crater, crossing the pools of magma that have spread and are churning. You turn the stone in your hands and slide it into the perfectly shaped, perfectly edged slot for it. And for a moment, it seems like nothing happens. But then you feel the earth beneath your feet start to tremble. The pools of magma start spitting and bubbling and broiling. The podium that these keys are on sinks down into the core of the earth. The tremors get stronger and stronger as this crater cracks in half. Mara, you tumble down into the fiery darkness. The second her body disappears, Rook, Melissa, everything erupts into this bright fireball of light. And when you open your eyes, Rook,
You see season 2.
Mara, Melissa, you're both standing in Heathrow Airport. All three of you. Bag in hand. Uninjured. Perfectly fine and perfectly whole. What is the very next thing you do?
If it's get on the plane, I'm going to slap all 3 of you.
No, you guys
Calling
were heading.
Jade.
You were heading to London.
So now we're in London.
Mm-hmm.
I try to sploosh. I try to go like sploosh at Mara and Melissa.
Water. Trickles from your hands.
Sploosh, 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 sploosh.
Can you
I'm
stop that, please?
Oh, I realized I was muted.
That's
It's like the luggage circle.
The package claim.
I know they say
Yeah,
traveling
that's
is
it.
hell, but
Mara, what's the first thing you do?
texting Jade, tell her I miss her.
You have like 17 messages from her just asking where you've been, like when you're going to meet up, like what's going on. She immediately responds with, "Oh my God," like that starry-eyed smile emoji. Melissa, what's the first thing you do?
Look at Mara and say, enjoy your fucking drinks. Because she's just, I don't know what sort of mentality she is. She's just like mad, but apparently happy to be alive, but just pissed off in so many ways.
just pissed off at the world, but in a different way
Yeah,
than
she's
Brayden.
just, yeah. Yeah.
I don't suppose I could offer to treat either of you ladies to dinner. I know this fantastic restaurant that I'm supposed to be working at soon.
I forgot
I'll
that
take
was
up
the
on
whole
that
reason you
offer.
were coming to London.
Okay, sorry. I heard Mara and I heard Ashley. What did you? What did everybody else say?
I just was, is there any way to tell if it's the same day we were supposed to have arrived, or is it later?
I mean, you can check your phone. You have your phone.
Okay, I'll pull out of my pocket my flip phone.
It is the day you were supposed to arrive, just a few hours later.
Oh,
Rebecca.
you are so stupidly tempting. You know that, Rook?
I've been told that before.
Yeah.
And I take that as a yes.
If I can screw and figure out my, not screw that way. If I can figure out
Have I
if I
mentioned how
can
much
still
I
make
love
the
having these
train
two
and the
together in
bus to
game?
Carlisle for a wedding, sure.
I tell you what. How does this sound? You two come with me to dinner. And if we need to, we can actually get you guys a car directly, get you a car directly there.
And maybe a date, apparently, with Rook around.
Hold
That's
that
what I'm
thought.
hoping to.
Hold
Well.
that thought. Rebecca.
I love having these two in game. You never know. You never be able to get a word in.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
In the darkness of unconsciousness, you hear the same voice again. Quiet, like a breeze. Are you done?
Is it free? Is he free?
Yes. Are you done?
Because of the fucking challenge you've given me, Jen, I'm never done. I'm never happy with the failure because of the challenge. No.
All of a sudden, a cool breeze washes over your body and you open your eyes. You're in some kind of hut, some kind of tiny, tiny room. Sort of like the ones at the village, but different. You step out, and all around you, you see familiar faces.
All around me are familiar faces. Familiar.
You look out on the horizon. Over a small bank of trees, a small forest, rolling green hills. And you see, just off in the distance, the London skyline. Meanwhile, at the airport.
Was that a yes?
Sure.
I cannot think of anyone else I'd rather go to dinner with. Come along.
And as the three of you turn, grab the last of your bags, pick everything up, everything you thought you'd lost, heading back to everything you thought you lost. In the background, if you care to pay attention, you'll see a headline about a long dormant volcano exploding somewhere in the Atlantic. And that is the end of Midnight World Snare Island.
Until season 2, right? Until season 2,
I don't
right?
know. I don't know. I didn't intend for it to be a multi-thing guy, but good job, everybody!
I tried my
Yeah,
damnedest to
great.
help set this up for season 2 ending, Jen.
Great story, Jen.
Mm-hmm.
That was wonderful.
This is an
Thanks.
amazing game, and I do not ever regret a single second of my actions in it.
Perfect. Awesome.
I specifically used a non-lethal. None of my powers, by the way, were lethal, unless I teleported you somewhere deadly.
This is my absolute favorite part of any game.
What, props o'clock?
The very special finale version of Props O'Clock, where I get to participate.
Oh my god!
What?
By the way, Jen, the reason I selected that power to use was so that way it would put me at exactly 6 minutes 11 or 6 hours 6 11 minutes.
Perfect.
Because I knew we couldn't level up.
Perfect. All right, here's how this is going to go. I'm going to go around and say nice things about every single one of you.
Oh, how dare you!
Ha ha ha. And there are no rules for Props O'Clock. I do want to hear about your favorite moment from this game. But then you can say nice things about whoever you want to say nice things about. And it's just a big old love fest.
I've already got my favorite moment picked out.
You guys ready? Buckle up. Awesome. I'm going to start with Ashley.
Oh god.
Ashley, I know we've kind of talked about it before, but honestly, your role play skills have just like continuously gotten better and better, more and more refined. Like the characters that you play keep getting more and more different. Like, I see you able to make more and more decisions from the point of view of someone else. And it, like, makes me feel good. I'm, like, proud mama.
Aside from the fact that both of my characters this season somehow started out
They're
as
both writers.
I still don't know how the fuck I managed that.
They are still very different. And I'm, like, super proud of you for developing the skill of being able to kind of build completely different people, even from the same concept, which is, it takes time, and sometimes people don't even get there, and I'm just really proud of you for that.
Jen, I wanted you to know I had absolutely no plan on how to play Rebecca this entire fucking game. This was all just based entirely off of anything you gave me to work with. Not just power-wise.
Yeah.
But just story element-wise. Plus what everyone else did.
That is like the improviest improv in the whole wide world. Heck yeah. Awesome. Mitch, you always bring like this element of unpredictability and chaos. And to be perfectly honest, I was a little bit nervous about running a game for you. Because if there is an unknown to be had, you will whip it up out of nowhere. And the chaotic, ultra creative energy that you bring to everything you do, like pulling in elements of the yellow lady, even though I wasn't able to work it in as much as maybe you were hoping, you managed to work it and weaving it through everything and like committing so hard to this side quest, this side idea, this committed, absolutely third force person wanting so badly to have a third option, and also your just absolute commitment to a dramatic death.
They
Actually kind of love that you didn't bring in the lady in yellow. Because it brought an air of futility to Brayden. He was trying so hard for something he would never succeed in, no matter what.
I felt so bad like this whole time. I was like, Mateo, he's not, but I'm not though. And I'm, oh God. The whole time. So I'm glad it wasn't like disappointing. Chef. I think during this game you kind of came out of your shell and made yourself into sort of a leadership figure, which is relatively new, I think, for you in terms of characters that you've played on this channel itself. In like Highlander, you were sort of like the anti-hero, like constantly fighting against everyone, and you were kind of fighting a little bit against specifically Brayden mostly in this story. But I loved the sort of internal conflict that you managed to let slip out into a lot of conversations and a lot of scenes where like you just kind of wanted to do bad things. And it wasn't something I necessarily prompted you for. You just kind of like wove it in there in a way that was really natural and hinted at this incredibly rich internal complex emotional structure that
internal conflict
that like made this character really interesting and unique. I loved how you kind of stepped out of your comfort zone of just sort of going along with the flow and like doing whatever everybody else wanted to do and managing to like find the like not even the courage but the assertiveness to speak up and be like, hey, I want to do this thing, or hey, my character would want to do this thing, and hey, I know like meta-wise this is probably a bad thing to do and maybe I shouldn't do it, but Mara would absolutely do it. She wants to go home. I love how like committed you became to this idea of this really materialistic, really vain, self-centered character that you built for yourself. Double down on it when even like as a player your morals would maybe be like, oh, but maybe not. I think it was a huge step in like a direction for you that's like role play versus just playing. And I'm like so proud of you for being able to kind of step out of yourself to make that leap. And finally, Lou. I absolutely loved the depth that you gave to a character who said very little but somehow knew a lot. If if Rook was like the mouthpiece of the direction of this group, you were definitely like the compass. You were there to scoop up everybody else, to like make sure they were propelled in a direction. And this kind of turn at the end toward like defiant teenager. Like, I will not. There is not a third option, and I don't know what to do, but like sometimes like nothing is better than something.
Yeah.
I really loved the conflict in that, and how finally Melissa kind of like developed the sense of defiance and like self in like the absolute last possible moment. And yet she got swept up with everybody else and ended up doing what Daddy wanted anyway.
Yeah, and probably even as the volcano erupts or opens or Mara falls in, yeah, at the very last moment, she's just sitting there, head down, but yeah, she flips him the bird at the last moment. She doesn't care.
Perfect. I
You're
loved
welcome
it.
for giving me that option.
I didn't see like rebellious teenager Melissa coming in at the last second, but it brought me so much joy. So
Yay.
much.
If it makes you feel any better, I guarantee you going to dinner with Rook is not what Daddy would want.
Okay.
Probably not.
Oh no, I know that guy.
Ashley, your turn.
Oh, it's hard to pick a single favorite moment. So, Jen, can I pick a favorite moment for every player?
Sure. If you want.
So,
This is freeform. Go ahead.
I'm
Love
gonna start with
compliments.
Chef and Braden, or Chef and Mitch, because theirs are the same fucking moment. We're sitting at the campsite, that first campsite, right after the attack of the burning, when Mitch abandoned us. We get back to camp. Braden's just sitting there trying to smoke. And the argument that ensued between you two, I think, is probably the longest actual argument we've had on the entire channel.
Maybe.
Out of every game.
It was a long one. It was
Yeah.
really good.
But, Mitch, I still love the fact, like Jen said, you bring that little extra X factor, the unknown, to what's going to happen. And whenever you find a loose thread in the sweater that is the story, you don't clip it. You don't pull it gently. You take that bitch, set it on fire, and then yank it. Along with whoever is in it, regardless of the consequences. I love playing in games with you so fucking much. Ever since you came in for the Sabat game, every character you have made has had some sort of finale. Kinda. Except for your first one with us, which was Mitch. And I want a season 2 of this game, Jen. I loved it. This is the first game I got, well, first, second, depending on how you want to look at it, game that I got to play in that was run by you. We're going to say it's the first, because I'm not going to count Demon yet. That one's still ongoing.
This one did start first.
I've still got issues to take out against you in that game. That I will not fucking let slide. But both as a player and being played by, I love playing games with you and against you in this case. For most of it, it was against you, and then it was kind of with you. It was a very weird game. I loved every second of it. Chef. I think you're probably the person in here I have played in the most games with, aside from Jen.
Yeah, I think so.
And I love it. I love all of your characters. My favorite of your characters, however, is still Bjorn with the piss bottle. Jen, we still
Yeah.
need it as a sticker. We still need it as
No.
a sticker.
Absolutely not.
Please.
Nope.
My favorite moment in this entire campaign, though, with you, was that argument. The argument and the ending. The I can't believe you've made me do this. Like Jen said, though, I think this is the first time I've seen you take a leadership, like an active leadership role in any of the games you've played in. And you've played in a lot of games in the time I've known you. I think a close second to that would be Basher, personally. And even then, Jin was our leader. But you were kind of our voice of reason. You sure as
Which is
shit were not the voice of reason in this.
No.
I'm sorry, what were you going to say, Chef?
Nothing. Keep going. You're doing good.
Chi, this is the first game I've played with you in, and it is the third game I think you've played on the channel. I think all three of the games you've played in have been Gen run games.
There was Cold Snap. There was I was only in one episode of the D&D game, and
I'm
then
not going to count that
this.
one.
So this is the second, if you're not counting that.
Oh, that's right. It was Kelly that was in the Toy Box game.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the only thing I remember from that was that he ended up in a toy box. The difference in growth, you've gone from fledgling vampire to, I want to say murder hobo, but that doesn't quite fit for
Murder hoe.
Mara.
Murder hoe.
hoe. Murder
She's
hoe.
she's given hard Gollum vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gollum, the
My.
my precious. I loved it. It's such a big transition, and the level of your roleplay has fucking skyrocketed. If you were at like if we had to put you on like a scale, your Cold Snap character was a 3.
If that.
This is like a 7 in terms of just level of holy fuck that you brought to this table. And Lushak. Yes, I remember how to say it properly, believe it or not. As bad as my
Yay.
ass is with names.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just so unique. This is the first game I've played in with you, and I look forward to so many more.
Oh, don't worry.
Because you being the compass, the moral compass, literally, and voice of reason for the group. Because you had me and Mitch being the Chaos Goblins. You had Chi being our sense of evil. And then you had Chef playing jump rope with that line the entire fucking season. It felt like it from my point of view. The fact that you were quite literally the moral compass and the literal compass after you hit hour 5, because homing beacon. It was so great, and I loved every second of our interactions. Because
Yay.
because unlike with Mitch, I know with Mitch to expect all levels of uncertainty and to question my own morals as a player in our little discussions, to put it lightly. I didn't know what to expect from in terms of discussions, because you bring actual discussions, and I don't know how to argue that when you're slapping me in the face with facts. Holy fuck, we need a sexual joke counter for this entire fucking episode.
I don't have that kind of time. I don't have that kind of time.
It's just gonna be ding 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 ding. You
1
can't hear anything
billion.
else.
My favorite moment in this entire game, though, with you, was Spider Rodeo.
That was good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Solid.
Oh, I love this game. I want a season 2 of this where we just pick, where not even if it's the same players, even if it's different players, I still want a season 2 where it takes place in the actual world now that he's been released.
I want that.
Your opinion matters. I'll
Mhm.
see if I can think of something. Are you done?
I'm done. I'm
Mitch,
done.
your turn.
My favorite moment in the entire thing, I mean, there's two of them. One of them is kind of the argument with Brayden and Rook, where Brayden was going off about he's the main character in his story. He'll choose how it ends and all that,
You-
and he
You
followed
chose
through.
how it ended.
He did.
And
He did.
then the very last moments with Brayden, where Rook came up and said, you always did what you thought was right. That was very heavy hitting. I liked that. That was really good. I mean, for everyone else, man, it's tough. There's so much drama and conflict. That's my favorite part between Rook and Brayden, the drama and the conflict.
Oh yeah.
Rebecca, I wouldn't say she's stuck by Brayden's side, but she helped him out. She was like a teammate to him, which is pretty
I
cool.
was trying to convert you the entire fucking time we were on the island, Mitch.
And only the very last second did it work. And he wasn't even truly converted. Brayden just
Stubborn fucking bastard.
didn't want to help the black. He didn't want to commit genocide.
Everyone's fine.
Melissa for being the neutral moral compass. Like true neutral.
Mhm.
She didn't side with anybody.
I tried
Sometimes
not
it didn't
to.
even seem like she was siding with herself.
Yeah.
Mara going full spider cowboy and then Gollum was pretty great. And throughout the whole thing, I just enjoyed how Brayden had the change of heart like 2 or 3 times to switch sides. And like I said before, with the lady in yellow, Jen, how you just kept her out of it completely, it was perfect. I wouldn't have had it any other way. I wanted you to keep her just completely out of it. Brayden's just chasing this unattainable thing.
Awesome.
It was awesome.
Who's next? Who wants to go next? All right,
I
Chef.
vote Chef.
Okay. All right. I'm going in order of my screen here. Actually, as has been said, no matter what strange but kind of attractive sort of slide there is for a character to take, I'm almost always sure that somehow you are at least going to explore like that kind of moral slide, that moral change, just sort of like, I wonder what this could do. But the thing is, I have never seen a game where you either switch sides, switch teams, change, like the character changed drastically, where I didn't have just in the back of my mind this utmost trust that it's like I'm sitting there eating popcorn. I have no idea where this is going, but this is going to be fucking good. You know, I have always had that confidence that while I may not understand where you're going with it, I have never ever doubted that it was going to be an awesome, awesome ending.
I'm not gonna lie to you, this whole game, I didn't know where my character was gonna end up.
Welcome to the club.
Glad I could
Oh
help.
my god. Mitch, dude. The thing that has always shocked me is just the sheer depth of character you bring. Because, like, if I made a character and I'm like, okay, well, I've got maybe a page and a half, 2 pages of backstory. I think for my... I wrote a backstory for a 1,000-year-old immortal that was, like, only 7 pages. I just get the feeling like... I'll do worse. I just get the feeling like your characters, if you actually, like, halfway through a game, you could write almost like a novella about your character, their reasoning, their motivation, what's behind them. Even if, and the thing is, you sort of revel in the fact that it doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. As long as I have the internal logic and it makes sense to me, fuck the world. And that kind of confidence you bring to a character, it's like, I might be crazy, but at least in my own head, I'm sane and it makes sense. So I don't have to care. That kind of just extreme independence from the world is something that every time I've seen you do it, I'm like, where does he get this from? How is he bringing out this much, like, just depth of character, depth of personality out of, something that we've only had like 3 weeks to write? I mean, dude, I've written books that weren't as deep as some of the character arcs you've gone through. And I have always found it extremely impressive to just see how deep your characters will go. Let's see. Moving on. Jen? Now is the time that we absolutely bury Jen in compliments because she hates it.
Indeed.
Yes.
Sounds like an excellent idea.
Doesn't it, though? Jen, I have never in the time I've known you, actually, I have never, ever thought I actually knew all of one of your characters. I have never genuinely thought I understood all of your, understood the entirety of your character, or at least your character's premise, or your character's backstory. Because you take a basic, sheet, and you throw so many things that aren't in there, but kind of are, but aren't really, to make this whole three-dimensional person, this three-dimensional world that you've made. I mean, I've played most of the games you've ever run. Not all, but most. And I have yet to ever, go to a game or have a session coming up like, man, I hope this isn't like the last one. Or, man, this is going to be boring. I have never in my entire life ever looked at a game that you've run and said, wow, she's getting repetitive, or I think I know what's going to happen, or there can't be that many twists left. The complexity and just the sheer depth, like how very in-depth you're going with all of the research, all the character designs, the locations, the who, the how, the when. Like, I know that whenever I make up stories, sometimes I'm making this shit up off the top of my head. And even if you are too, it really seems like you have so much of the meta grasp of everything that you can make it up and still have it make perfect logical sense. Don't just lie to me, okay? Just lie to me and tell me that it's on purpose. But I've never, ever either played in a game with you or played a game you've run and not been absolutely staggered.
Oh, thanks.
Also, you're really nice and you're really pretty and you're gonna be happy and everybody's like you. Okay. There. G. Everybody kind of already hit it, but the character development that you've done as a player, not just okay, Mara's got beliefs I don't necessarily believe in, or she would go to methods I wouldn't actually do, but the fact that you are coming out as a character, putting more forward, and being able to help make, not just grab plot hooks, but actually help make them. It's okay, well, where is Mara going? We don't assume we know where Mara's going to be. We don't assume we know what Mara's going to do. Your characters are becoming much, much more well-rounded and fleshed out to the point where I'm like, okay, I think I know what Mara would do. Or I think I know what she will do. but I can't bet on it because it's like every session we see you finding a new way to grow or a new trick to try that we haven't seen before, that you're always building upon things. And it's like, as a friend and as a fellow player, it's really, really interesting to watch that expansion. You know, I mean, as a parent, I feel like I'm watching my little bear grow up, because you're learning new things every single time and every single day. And it's really impressive. So please don't ever think that, you know, the strides you're making are unnoticed, because they are so very, very seen.
Yes, they fucking.
And last but most certainly not least, Jess, I don't think I have seen someone take as sharp a left turn that still made complete and utter sense. Not my characters, not most of the characters. I can't think of a character I've played that had played with that has thrown that much of a curveball to me. You know, we went from, okay, there's Mara, there's Melissa, she doesn't say much, but, you know, she's very steadfast, to Operation Dick Punch.
Operation Dick Punch.
Operation Dick Punch. And that kind of, I mean, part of me was thinking, okay, maybe we've done enough stupid shit to finally crack Melissa's shell, and some of it came out, or maybe we've pushed her too far, and the stress is finally getting to her, and the character is finally opening up about her real reasons, or she just has stopped caring enough to actually let us in to some of that sweet, sweet Melissa lore. But I mean, hey, I'm not gonna. Well, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, hell, I managed to get a date out of it, so that's more than Rook ever expected he would ever get. So,
and all it took was a plane crash and a deal with the demon.
Deal with the demon,
Woohoo!
the destruction, all
I
the
mean,
fucking stress.
if you can't, some people don't put, you know, a lot of forethought into their flirtation. I at least, you know, we got to see crazy sights, do amazing things. I mean, if that's not up there with Disney World for a first date, I don't know what is.
Oh my god!
Watch an old man die. You killed a girl in cold blood.
All right.
Yeah, as far as he knows, I'm dead.
That was hot blood.
So, like, there are a lot of, like, too many moments to just, like, pick a favorite one. But the whole game was just so much fun to play in. Ashley, it was fun getting to actually play in a game with you, because, like, watched all of the games and then, like, finally actually got to play in a game together. So that was a lot of fun. And yeah, the switch from you being, if you're talking, you're muted, it sounds like.
Oh no, I'm not muted. I just was talking quiet. If it wasn't picked up.
The switch from you being, like, on our side to, like, betraying us and going to the green side.
I never betrayed you. I just tried to save you. There's a difference.
Were you really trying to save us if you were trying to keep me from being able to go home?
Right, rude.
We don't talk about
Save
that.
you from yourself.
Yeah, I'm just trying to do what's best for you.
No. Best for me.
Ashley's working on those parent words. She's trying to get that parent talk down now.
But that was a lot of fun to see, because was not expecting that at all. And then, like, Brayden, from day one, when, like, got there and you immediately just, like, took off by yourself, like, it was fun to see, like, yeah, you stuck to everything that you wanted to do, and then the fact that the yellow lady, like, she wasn't there, but to you, she was there, and just seeing like everybody already said, the thought you put into your characters, like, hopefully at some point I can get, like, even, like, a, like, I won't be able to get anywhere close to that, but, like, somewhere as
That's
close
what
to...
you mean.
It would take a lot of work for me to try to get anywhere close to, like, that depth of character, at least at this point. I have a long ways to go. So, seeing that, like, it gives me something that, like, to strive for, kind of, if that makes sense.
Heck yeah, goals.
Yes. Jen, playing in, like, this game and in Cold Snap with having you running them, like, I feel like you're good at, like, making sure that, like, there's, like, even as a less experienced player, I don't feel like I am, like, holding people back or things like that. And that makes me feel appreciated and stuff like that. So, you're awesome. Chef. Again, like, it's been a lot of fun to play in a game, well, with you and seeing, like, what was not expecting you to basically ask like, Melissa and I on a date. Like, I wouldn't have expected that at, like, the end
This is
of,
the best ending.
like, based on the rest of your character, was not expecting that.
New lease on life, he's just gonna shoot a shot just all the time.
Oh yeah,
Do it.
and I loved it, and, like, from Mara's perspective, like, towards the end, she was thinking that you were gonna be the one to, like, go and make sure that, like, help her make sure that, like, the cubes were in place, and then you didn't. But at least you kept Rebecca from being able to stop her, so she would have appreciated that. But yeah, and then
I thought about it so hard
yeah.
too.
Jess, I still loved the spider, like,
So good.
that was probably one of my favorite spots from you. But then also, yeah, the Melissa lore at the end was absolutely wonderful, and, like, I'm fairly sure that Mara would have also, since she kept on, like, pushing the, like, oh, I'm gonna buy you she would have basically, like, persisted until you let her take her on a, like, shopping spree of some sort, I'm sure.
First dinner,
Oh.
then the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. You now that we're in the real world, you owe her shoes.
Oh,
You
yeah.
do.
We gotta get season 2, Jen, just for getting the shoes.
Exactly.
It's just a one shot, and it's just shopping.
Yes. I'm down for
with
it.
magic powers.
Yes.
And then the shoe monster comes up, the evil Nike.
So,
It was a lot of fun to play with everybody. Yeah.
Oh, yay! And then finally, Lou, what you got?
Okay, so I came into this whole channel just basically I binge watched most of the games that you guys played. So I had seen I literally started from the beginning and worked my way. Actually, it was the old gods that started it all, but then I went back and watched everything. So I've seen basically everyone play and whatnot. Chi, You Machiavellian villain, you. Oh my God. You were the one person that I thought, like, no, no, Mara will never do anything evil. And then she's like, literally, like running with the cube over her head, being like, I'm going to get back home. Ha 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 ha. And the fact that you not only you put both of the keys in, I was thinking I'd have to worry, especially about Braden and everything, because, he's the guy who's changing his plans every 20 seconds or every 5 seconds. But no, it's little sweet little Mara. I mean, seriously,
She
there's only one other unexpected character turn in a game that I've seen, and I'm not going to say which one it is, but if you guys know,
Was
you
it
know.
Arya Old God?
Yeah, maybe.
Her
Yeah.
her fucking
Yeah.
TP.
So that, yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that is like the similar parallels, a little bit more subtler and slow, but then all of a sudden you realize, like, wait, where'd you go with the keys? Oh shit. Yeah, no, you were fantastic, and it was awesome playing with you, and the fact that I was coaching you on how to create your character, and you're the ones like, oh yeah, she's a recent divorcee. I'm like, okay, cool, and then you develop her into this. This is amazing. Um, Chef, you, sir, are an orator. The words just flow. No, seriously, they do. They like nonstop. And this is not just in this game. I've seen others where you're Bjorn, where you're the vampire priest. You just, my God, seriously, you need to write down all your speeches and just study them and put them out there, because these are fantastic monologues that you give. And I have enjoyed playing with you, because when I first watch your characters, I'm just like, oh yeah, he's gonna be the really cool guy to play with, and it'll be fun, it'll be awesome. And it's a joy to not only watch everyone but also play with you. And there's another ding for the second stroke. um Jen, again,
Episode's not
just
getting monetized.
seeing you play, seeing you as characters, seeing you going from Scion to um this hyperspace hustle, and then actually seeing you be the god crafting this entire world and having it just lay out before me, before everyone. I've In the past, when I've ever played games, I've always, as a player, been trying to figure out, okay, what's the GM going to be? What's their plot? What are they going to do? How can I counter? And you're the first one. I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. Screw my plans. I'm going to go as my character. And I enjoyed every single minute of twists and plot turns, and I will definitely look forward to playing with you more, and we have Old Gods coming up.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Mhm.
Mitch, Braden is one of those super bouncy balls that you just throw as hard as you can into a room and shut the
Yeah.
door and hope for the best. Um,
For the best.
for the longest time, literally, I know that Ashley and she can definitely vouch for me when I said Braden is the dangerous one. Braden is the one we have to look out for. And then all of a sudden, this again, the change of character, um, which I really wish my camera would behave with my audio and everything, because
Right?
um, I know it was a week's time for us, but basically in game time, it's what, only a couple of minutes between what just happened in this game and your speech about we can become gods ourselves on this own island. We can rule this whole place.
Right.
Maybe
So
half an hour?
yeah, really. And I mean, the look on my face was like, wait a minute, is this the same guy who's like, we're not going to do anything? I'm going to take this thing, this cube off. I'm like, he was just a couple minutes ago saying how he wanted to be God and destroy the island and everything. Uh, your characters are fantastic. Have I know I've technically only played like one in a couple episodes games with you, but I've enjoyed all your characters that I've seen so far, and I look forward to seeing more characters in the future and playing against them or with them. And no, you're a wonderful joy to play with. Hey Ashley,
Hey, yeah.
I did I didn't get you eaten by a tree. You did it yourself this time.
I'd go if we ever do D&D again.
You did it yourself.
fucking
No,
tree.
you did it yourself. You partnered with the green this time. You did it yourself.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We have a 5-minute one-shot D&D coming up, all about tree eating.
It's just the visceral reaction I have to just being around my beating me to a fucking tree.
You got better.
Yeah, you got better. You're fine. You're fine. You're alive. You're in the real world.
You fed me to a fucking tree.
I love how intellectual Rebecca was, and I know it's the writer at no, it's the writer at, it's like I could see the gears turning behind everything. I saw the inner weavings, the plans that you had, whether they came to fruition or not. It's masterfully done. I'm terrified if you ever play a villain, because my God, the plots that you could have. Yeah, I look forward to if
right?
that ever happens. Yeah.
Hey Jen, I know what we should do. You and I need to get together for a little character session.
But no,
Cute.
this has been a fantastic first game for me, and I'm very thankful that you guys let me play.
We're so glad to have you. You're so good.
Jen,
I too
love
wish
having
your camera would work, because I like faces. But it is a
You
pleasure
and
to
she
have
both.
you. It's a pleasure to have each and every one of you for the last time for Midnight World Snare Island. We have Ashley as Rebecca, Mitch as Brayden, Chef as Rook, Chai Tea as Mara, and the Lushak as Melissa. It has been such a joy. I had so much fun with this group. If you somehow missed the other episodes, I don't know what to tell you. They're on YouTube. You can check them out if you want to. We've got a few more episodes of Daggerheart this season. We have 1 or 2 more episodes of Demon this season, and then we've got a whole new batch of games coming up for you. If you want to keep yourself in the loop with what we're doing, if you want to give us your feelings about this last episode, tell us what your favorite moments are. You can do so in the comments below if you want, or just join our Discord. We're happy to talk about whatever, whenever you want to talk about it. It's also how you will, if you want to, join a game. And finally, we have a Patreon. If you have some money, that would be cool. If not, also cool. Happy to have you anyway.
Yeah, Jen, what is the lowest amount that they can support us on the Patreon?
$1. $1.
I gotta say something before we go.
Yeah.
If I had a nickel for every time that Jen burned my character to death, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't very many. That's weird that it's happened twice.
It almost happened 3 times, if we're honest. It almost happened 3.
It did almost happen 3. You did almost get left out to sunrise.
Yep.
If I hadn't gone with you in Vampire, you would have been staked and burned.
Yeah.
I saved you in that one.
Good times. I miss that Sabbat game. I miss it. I do. I want another one. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. Thank you for being along for the ride. We hope to see you soon. Bye.